Hey everybody, and welcome to Door Monster's Altered Egos Pathfinder stream, where we are all superheroes, and we are going to superhero for your entertainment. Today's episode will be Astray from the Flock, Part 2, and here's who's playing.
Mac was born far to the south, in the Blossom clan of ratfolk, who were well known for their orchards and artisan goods. Growing up, Mac apprenticed as a brewer and fell in love with the craft. His studies were interrupted at the age of 9 when he was drafted into the local military. At the time, the lands were tense but peaceful, and Mac trained in the arts of espionage. His stay in the military was uneventful. 4 lazy years followed, during which he perfected his craft and started a small family. But before long, the drums of war sounded outside the borders of his clan, and he was summoned to serve as a palace guard. The war was brutal and fast. Not much is known about the final battle, but losses were heavy for the Scale clan and complete for the Blossom clan. But Mac escaped, clutching but a few relics of his now dead culture. Now he spends his time brewing, just like the old days, until the night falls and a different man awakens in that shell.
Owen Pritchard grew up in town with his father and spent his days learning and assisting in the trade of blacksmithing. When he came of age, his father revealed to him an ancient heirloom and the engineering secrets behind it, a complex and highly refined suit of armor, capable of providing maximum protection while still allowing for a full range of motion. It had been fine-tuned and passed down over generations of his family, and now it was his to protect. Then, one night, his father was kidnapped by his own estranged sister, who wanted the suit for herself. Owen retrieved the armor from its hiding place, broke into his aunt's mansion, and waited. The fight was chaotic and brutal, and in the end, his target disappeared. It was then, ransacking the place to find any clue as to where she might have taken his father, that Owen discovered the truth, that his lineage was one of murder and betrayal, a line of assassins donning the face of the Silverback to carry out orders from the government's dark underbelly. And his father had been one of them. Now, Pritchard seeks to make a new name for the infamous figure he represents, to find his father and return him safely home, and to put an end to his family's reign of terror once and for all.
Pippa Rose had known no greater honor than being appointed the Acolyte of Karada, and no greater disgrace than discovering herself unworthy of the role. It became the Celestial Outsider's duty to raise a court that would rule for the next 50 years. A pair of Aasimar twins were chosen to lead, and they, in turn, chose the Aasimar Pippa. Pippa was expected to represent the will of Karada and his court in Aviel. In the first months, Pippa did not worry over much, thinking that Karada was simply biding his time, or perhaps embroiled in some celestial errand. As his silence and the city's expectations grew, she turned to panic, and in despair, cast her token into a fountain of Sarenrae. The fountain answered with its own gout of flame, a Yom, messenger of the goddess Sarenrae herself. The phoenix-like dove promised Pippa that so long as she was willing to uplift what was good and true in the city, she would have support from a higher power. And so Pippa rose as Aurora, Sarenrae blessed protector of Aviel.
Lord Chomwell of East Allentown was, strictly speaking, neither of those things. He found that the only trick for passing as a noble was having a fancy-sounding title. All the truth he ever left out amounted to being a penniless, homeless, wandering half-elf of anything but noble birth. Needless to say, life as Lord Chomwell was an upgrade. He rarely had to do more than introduce himself as a plausibly obscure family relation to end up with food, wine, and lavish guest rooms. Eventually, of course, his luck ran dry. He was caught in the last steps of defrauding a local athlete out of her winnings. And Kurgis, mighty god of honest sportsmanship and honorable competition, retaliated with a curse and a challenge. Too much stress, and Lord Chomwell spasms into a 10-foot-tall brute, savagely denied his charm and wit. However, Kurgis agreed to return a sliver of self-control and physical grace for every past victim with whom Lord Chomwell is able to make fair amends.
Name, Caprice Royalty. Rank, Corporal. Active status, suspended indefinitely. If being the third tiefling born to non-tiefling parents had been the only unusual thing about Caprice's birth, that would have been bad enough. She was forcibly drafted into the military under the watchful protection of her uncle, General Constantius Scrim. The harder Scrim pushed her, the more Caprice could feel her will rising in opposition, until that will at last manifested itself as an aptitude for the psychic subdual of others. Caprice was promoted to corporal and given charge of a tactical pacification squad, but it only took until their first mission for everything to fall to chaos. Under wrathful debrief by Scrim, she fell to her own anger and psychically lashed out, gleaning from the depths of Scrim's mind a secret she surely had no business knowing. He felt the intrusion, however, and on the tipping point of violence instead banished her to the city of Aviel. Caprice became determined to make the most of her new freedom, starting with gainful employment at a quiet, out-of-the-way bookshop run by a quiet, out-of-the-way fetchling.
On his 30th birthday, Liram Quill buried his father. On the day after his 30th birthday, Liram, along with his brother Albin, left the Shadow Plane for the very first time. Their father's final gift had been an inheritance, meant purely to fund better futures on the material plane. Liram and Albin's travel took most of it, but they did have enough to get a sleepy little bookstore up and running. Liram devoted himself to the store for the first month, saying that he'd go see this new world later. Albin, however, had no hesitance. Every evening, he had stories of new places, people, and ideas that he'd found. Liram was intrigued by most of them, but a few concerned him. Albin spoke of them more and more often, then began returning later and later, until one night, he didn't at all. Instead, Liram was confronted by a Dretch demon who demanded a ransom to retrieve Albin alive, and Liram found himself pressing the Dretch for information, quite painfully. Liram prepared to venture into Aviel, at last, behind a cold, unflinching mask that he called the Revenant.
Hey guys, I'm Ian Kahn and I will be your GM for the day. And let's go around and see who else is here.
Wait.
Better.
Okay. Well, I'm Rachel, and I will be playing the Asimar Pippa, Secret Identity Aurora.
I'm Kyle. I'm playing the human brawler, Owen Pritchard, also known as Silverback when he's in his fancy armor.
I'm Jeffrey, and I'm playing the fetchling who is Liram Quill. He shoots people with crossbows.
Like he shoots a crossbow at them?
Say your name or leave.
Whoa. Okay. I'm Ethan,
This is
I'm Mac.
name time. Yeah.
I'm Ethan, I'm Mac, that's it. That's all you get.
He's
I'm
a rat.
Joey. He's a rat.
And I'm Lord Chomwell of East Allentown.
The hat is now becoming a required set piece.
The hat is actually a minor artifact.
It is.
It is literally, I have it set up as a minor artifact. And
Sweet.
As a quick engineer's note, we had no way of actually checking the sound before doing this because I couldn't make Jeffrey's headphones work. It seems to be working, but let us know if any of the volumes are a bit off, and I can try to toggle them a bit.
Yeah.
So
that's basically it.
We won't have Allison here as Caprice today because she was doing something lame, like not D&D, but I don't.
I think he's working.
Pathfinder.
Like I said, yeah.
Mhm.
And so let's see here. We said last time that the streams would be the last weekend of every month, and we lied badly. We have the next few potentially scheduled, but those are also kind of fluid, and so we will try and let you know, but there's going to be one weekend a month, and we'll let you know which one.
Right. We will at least stick to 1 weekend a month. We just don't know which weekend that's going to be.
We promise we won't deliver you extra content on accident.
We'll try to let you know further ahead than like the day before.
And then after a stream occurs, it will go up live in episodes each Wednesday afterwards, and we're still uploading the full thing to White Lightning Warehouse, right?
Yes, the full streams are still being uploaded almost immediately after the White Lightning Warehouse, but the like kind of cut down edited episodes are being uploaded to the main channel, so people can watch them there a bit cleaner. But if you do want to just see the stream in its entirety, you can go to our second YouTube channel and it'll be there, and you can watch it in all of its desynchronized glory.
Yeah, I was trying to like bill it as a special feature sort of thing. It's alright. That is alright. I will find something else. Hey, how about you give us money for t-shirts instead?
Oh, we're wearing the t-shirts.
Yeah.
We brought them with us.
So
Yeah.
if you go to teespring.com/storage/altered-egos, you too can have our logo on your chest promoting us.
We have the logo shirt, which is what I'm wearing, and then we have the character lineup, which is what Jeffrey's wearing.
Walk down the street and have people go, "Hey!"
If it provokes that reaction, they might be mistaking it for something else.
Well, actually, it does just say that, though.
What?
It does just say that.
Oh, that's true. It does.
So yeah,
What do you think I was entailing besides a direct reading?
I don't know.
rat calling. You can find those teespring.com/stores/alter-egos. Can we get the dash out of there anyway?
No.
That's a terrible thing to have in
Slash
there.
No, it's the
alter-egos.
Teespring thing.
Anyways, all the profits go towards improving this stream, which, as you can see, might need the help.
You can have like
There's also a PayPal button at the bottom of our site, doormonster.tv. If you feel like clicking that, I think you may be able to figure out what it does. Gives us money, hopefully. And we have a Patreon at patreon.com/doormonster, right?
Yeah.
All those would be great. We appreciate any support you give, or if you're just here to laugh at us, we get that too. So, speaking of, let's do a recap. The last episode got kind of uploaded weird times and things, but it's okay. We can still kind of like, if you haven't seen this before, you're still fine. These guys are superheroes. They're trying to be, some of them. They're doing kind of superhero-y things. Last time, we left them in the middle of a superhero-y task, and I'll go over what they were doing there.
Get destroyed paper.
I don't think that was the right way to treat that amazing acrobatic feat. So, last time they were charged by the their current employer / advisor / former patron hero of Avion, formerly Excelsior, now known just as Talia, to rescue a prisoner. A prisoner of some sort of important political value to someone they didn't really need to know, and frankly Excelsior didn't either. So they just went to go get him. He was apparently in the basement of a bar, except the bar didn't have a basement, so they spent some moderate amount of difficulty getting into the bar, getting to the back room of the bar, going inside the city walls, getting a strange man out from inside the city walls, who then immediately started dying of poison. So they took him up from the churchyard section of the city, that is the sort of motley collection of buildings and bars outside the city walls, into the city proper, into a dense, urban, populated sort of a kind of a barracksy apartment building and basic living section. It is called the Cloister by those who are respectful, and things that would get us demonetized by most everyone else. And there they found a one Waggy Boostrel, a doctor, he says, who has some unusual ideas like demon summoning as a solution to sickness, and they haven't gotten there yet, but they're trying to get this guy healed. Half of them are sticking around with this prisoner guy who's laying on a bed, I think in Waggy Boostrel's mad science lab, and half of them are out dealing with market politics. Does that sound right? Anybody got anything?
I think I'm outside the window at the doctor's
Right,
place.
that's right,
He
because
kicked me
you
out.
tried to control his mind, he found out and decided he didn't like
He didn't
that.
like me very much, so I'm outside the window looking in like a poor little puppy.
A poor little puppy that just tried to enslave the mind of the... Well, that's what puppies do.
That's
right?
what puppies do,
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
I know I stayed back. Who else stayed back?
I'm not entirely sure, actually.
Maybe I did.
I know that
I think it was Team Stealth and
Team
Caprice that went to go.
she's also part of Team Stealth.
Yeah, she was.
Oh right,
She's
Team Stealth.
stealthy.
Right,
She's
yeah.
stealthy. She got
Yeah, it
the-
was Team
Team
Stealth.
Stealth
cage.
winner.
Just Team Stealth.
I really appreciate Team Self sticking out for its
I
own.
never noticed that. We actually do have like an even split of like the sneaky heroes and like just the out.
The loud
open-
heroes?
Yeah, the loud heroes basically.
Yeah, basically. That's right.
You wouldn't, would you?
We also have too many people with 1 billion charisma, so everything is just solved by going.
Speaking of, so who do we have?
Don't worry, my
we have,
charisma's low enough.
we have Team Pippa and Owen just kind of hanging around at the doctor's office. We have Team Chomwell enjoying himself outside the doctor's office because he couldn't follow the rules posted. And we have y'all two hanging out with Caprice in the market. Do you remember how that situation was going down?
Yeah, we went to the market. We said,
Marcus
"Hey,
Deluxe.
yeah,
Marcus.
Oh yeah.
Marcus Dahl Deluxe."
Oh
We
my
said, "We
God.
need this," and he was like, "Oh," and we also said, "Oh yeah, so and so told us he sent him," and he was like, "Oh, it's $1 billion," and we were like, "Great, that's more money than that is on this planet." And then Caprice went, "Mind Crush" from Yu-Gi-Oh, and he was like, "I do have a menial task you can do," and then Jeffrey was like, "Beans," and now we're here.
Unless proven otherwise, I think it's canon that Jeffrey said beans.
Beans?
I heard him personally.
Beans.
I was offended and shocked.
Okay.
So for just a tiny bit of clarifications, you're like there's about like 85% of that was totally correct, and then I think the rest was almost correct. I should just leave it, but it's all right. So yeah, Waggy Boostrol needs a powdered Nalfeshni horn to heal this prisoner dude, who's kind of in the middle of various stages of like thoracic collapse and convulsion. And as it turns out, powdered Nalfeshni horn was 10,000 gold an ounce at Market Stall Deluxe.
I just got a dumb idea. Continue. I'm sorry.
Always a great keep those. So they asked if there's anything they could do for Market Stall Deluxe, but he was the happiest guy in the world, so Caprice fixed that. And he said, actually, you can rescue my name from the other store who took it before me, Market Stall Extravaganza. That's what y'all are supposed to be doing.
Extravagant.
Y'all were looking around for the market stall in the Corona district of the city. It's it's halfway up the hill, and it's a big sort of flat plain. It sort of extends outward with several large jutting prominences, kind of like the rays of the sun. That gives it its name. It's where all market activity, basically anything that's important besides sleeping, some of that too, goes on. Right in the middle is easy to access from the top as the bottom, except for that whole gravity thing. But equidistant, everybody, rich, poor, ends up here somewhere, sometime for something, including y'all now looking for Market Stall Extravaganza.
I look for Market Stall Extravaganza.
All right, roll me a check.
I open my eyes and I look around.
You would not believe your eyes with 10 market stalls announced.
You're back with us.
20.
Thought I was with. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, now we're back at the crazy
Daydreaming
guest
that you're with the exciting people.
Hey everyone, the first natural 20 of the evening. It's on a perception check. Get used to that.
Well, how couldn't you? Because we all like Market Stall Deluxe, but Market Stall Extravaganza was a sign 26 centimeters wider, 13 centimeters taller, and the paint on it was red.
That sounds awful. Like the entire thing is just bright red?
Tell him that. Well, plus the writing.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like red on red, and I was like, why? It's just a red square.
I mean, to everybody else it makes sense, but you're just rat colorblind against it. And
okay.
That'd be great, right? Actually, if it was dark, you couldn't see it that it's red, because the whole night vision thing. So, you see it is across, so you have the plaza. It's sort of a semicircle, right? Because Abigail is up against a plateau, so it's not like a full all the way around mountain. It's like half of a mountain kind of stuck up against it, right? So you have this semicircular tier, like a tier cake kind of thing, and there are 6 prominences around it. Y'all are currently on the most eastern prominence, and you see Market Stall Deluxe one large jutting prominence over in the middle right prominence.
I swoosh up to the... I walk up to the market stall.
Market Stall Deluxe or Extravaganza?
We go to Extravaganza.
This is Extravaganza. We came from Deluxe.
Right. And so, as you might expect, Market Stall Extravaganza is ripping a roaring trade, and that means you can't talk to them because, after all, it's not like they're market small room basic. That's the next level up. So you have to wait till you can actually get up to the front. And when you do, you are greeted by one. Give me 1 second. Nezzy Sam, his name tag says.
You have good charisma, right?
I have extremely good charisma.
Okay.
I'm going to approach Mr. Nezzy. Can I call you Mr. Sam? Oh, yeah. Ian, quick question. What was the name of the horn again? It was Nalfeshni?
Nalfeshni.
Nalfeshni.
That's right.
Excuse me, sir.
Hi, welcome to Market Stall Extravaganza. He rolled his R's better than I could, but he can tell he's enjoying it. Where we have everything that any other market does, plus more.
Interesting. I'm actually looking for a very interesting ingredient for some enchantment. It's called a powdered Nalfeshni horn.
Powdered Nalfeshni horn? Why, sir, you have the finest... He stops a second. Yes, the finest taste in deep magics. Why... How much of it are you looking for?
I believe I just need an ounce for now.
Now, let me go check the back and see what I can find. And he kind of...
Well, before you go, how much is it? I'm not quite sure how much I can afford right now.
Luckily for you, we don't have to deal with counterfeit Nalfeshian horns here at Market Stall Extravaganza. There is no chance that you will get any sort of impurity that will make everything explode, probably. And for that, we offer it at the premium price of 65,000 gold a half ounce.
Is that more or less than the other?
That is a heck of a lot
I
more.
don't have that much in my pocket.
It was like 10,000 for
I
an ounce.
cannot afford that. I apologize for wasting your time, sir.
Oh, yes, you did. Go. He immediately got somebody else.
We need extravaganza for the other guy.
I know. I just was trying to see if the price was like a 16th of it, because that could have been an option. Okay.
Always smart consumer shopping. Check prices.
So we need his store name. This seems like a weird thing. I'm still hell bent on going to the other store and giving him just a better name.
Quick shout out to Chemical Crash for buying one of our t-shirts.
Woo! Yeah!
Yeah.
I still haven't done that.
I was gonna say we could just use our stealth to steal it, but we're heroes.
How do you steal a giant sign?
No, I mean the horn, man.
Oh.
I mean, that's how you get the name, right? You steal their sign.
I really wish you could have gone through the entire plan without making that clear. You know, just meeting up in the back alley and like Jeffrey's all like, "Got stuff." Ethan's there with like
A sign. Yes.
several. Boy, do I have a story.
I roll sleight of hand on the sign. So this seems impossible.
I would talk to the guy, see if we can do something for the name.
No.
I'm sorry. One second.
Let me think. I don't know. This is such like a mind-bogglingly strange thing to try to steal from.
It's worth noting that y'all were both kind of thrust into the forefront of this by the sudden, random, and completely unexpected disappearance of the person who hitherto had been doing all the talking.
Yeah.
Y'all were following Caprice through the crowd, but like she just does sometimes, her hood flipped up, which it doesn't because she doesn't have a hood, despite me
She
thinking.
also has horns, doesn't she?
Yes.
Wouldn't it get caught in the horns all the time?
It's a very wide hood that she doesn't have. Anyways, she turned, some crowd went in front of her, and she was gone. She is cutting class. Or something.
Where'd your employee? Where'd your employee go?
I don't know. She does this.
I forgot I had a voice.
So we could talk to.
I'm gonna go talk to the owner of Market Stall Deluxe.
Yeah.
And see if I can just give him a better name.
And okay.
And if that doesn't work, I have no
We
idea.
could come up with something even better than extravaganza.
That's what I was trying to do.
Okay. Let's do that.
It's good when teammates are on the same page.
Okay, I go back to Market Stall, the old one, Deluxe. Not Extravaganza.
I'm so happy that this on the spur naming system was so effective at delineating qualities. Yes, the old one, the inferior one.
Okay. I walk up. He's drinking heavily.
Didn't you?
A little.
You walk up to sorry,
Joey. No, you're Joey.
Hi.
he's Chama. Well, he's not that either.
Of East Allentown.
What about what's?
It's also Nezzy Sam. Probably
Just
not.
always.
Should I see him?
It's a Sezinam.
That's great, but I would ruin that every time. Sorry, it is one Jubal Lamont.
Okay.
Jubal Lamont.
Hey, Jubal.
It's got a T on the end, but so you know.
Hey, Jubal.
So guys, he's like standing there, like super hopeful. You get my name back?
No.
Right.
I do have a list of better names.
I mean, you don't.
Okay.
All right, I'm sorry. That was uncalled for. You were trying to help. I would love.
I just.
I would hear them.
Okay. If you don't like any of these, can I at least ask how you have any idea about how we can steal a name back, besides going to the patent office and literally stealing the patent?
Well, let's hear the names first.
Okay. I've been working on this. Okay, so
All but the last 5 minutes.
I'm going to spend a key
Okay.
and activate my shadow clones. And start performing a little bit of a razzle dazzle to make this name seem a little bit more intense than it is.
Rats spew out across the plaza. everyone. No, okay, yeah. You brilliantly slide yourself across just like a neon sign would if you knew what that was.
Oh my god.
Oh, it is like a neon sign
Like
with
that, like
4 different cells. That's great.
The old alchemical glow in it.
Okay. Did I do?
Yes.
I did. Okay. Now, presenting Marketopolis Supreme.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm a fan though.
And like it happens in like the weird, you know how like the Indian like Shiva dance, how like the arms are like slightly behind. It's like that, like
I'm
wave.
I'm behind him, like assisting him
Wait,
with
what does
more
this look
arms.
like? What is this thing you're doing?
Okay, so I made 4 shadow clones,
Oh,
and I used them as like a neon sign,
I
Oh
see.
my
kind of as
God.
part of a performance.
This is pretty effing magical.
This is awesome.
For such a little quest.
He says, "All right, so I have a thought. Just a thought. I mean, so you said just to be sure." He like checks in. Marketopolis, right?
Marketopolis.
It,
It brings visions of a
You-
utopia of marketry.
well, okay.
Oh man.
This is good. It occurs to me that if you heard that in the crowd, it would sound an awful lot like market topless.
No.
Are you sure?
Topholess.
I'll tell you what though.
Even then, if it's topless, then you can still enjoy the sun's rays.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Exactly that. I can see. Huh. Is the Supreme gonna cost extra?
No.
You should have said yes. Another round.
No.
All right. Okay, you know what? That was worth some illicit demon horn, sure. Please take this. Please take this and leave very quickly.
Okay.
That was a great
I really
thing, though.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Why?
Did he actually hand me the pouch?
He then you receive one folded paper envelope of a substance that when you touch it, when you hold it, gives off heat, a smell of sulfur, and hisses slightly.
Okay.
I think I did it.
Okay, I think we're good. Let's head back. Remember, there's still a guy dying.
Let's go then. Oh yeah, I spent key 1 second. Let me make sure.
Right. That actually reminds me of the thing I didn't do at the opening, but I looked up a rule for. Right, because you see,
Oh, right.
right, because I forgot because we're so into the world and everything. But in the real world, it's like a thing. It's like Jeffrey's birthday thing.
Oh. What are you talking about?
What?
Jeffrey has a birthday today,
Oh, yes.
so I have a gift for you.
Okay.
First off, I'm going to attempt to pay Joey 1 experience point to sing you happy birthday.
Oh man.
1 EXP. You gonna do it?
1 point?
Yeah, man. Dude, those things.
Since we
add
don't
up.
use those, that means you will be the only person with an EXP, which means you will have the most.
Wow.
Well, that means I'm winning.
That's exactly what that means.
Alright.
Wow.
If we consider that life is best lived to be experienced, you will have done that more than any.
I'm pretty jealous, actually.
I'm into it. Oh, right now.
It's time.
Okay. La. Hold on. La. Okay, everybody start clapping. Ready? Like this. Ready? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is your birthday song. It is not very long.
That's pretty good.
I'm glad I did not bump up to 2.
Yeah, 1 experience point.
Thank you. Second off, you
I'm
get a
winning.
hero point.
Okay.
I'm giving you 1 hero point, which I traditionally do to all my players are on or nearest their birthday, which is basically, I can send you the rules later, it is a thing that you track that you don't regenerate unless you happen to get another one, which some campaigns have more of them, but I don't. You get 1 on your birthday and that's it. Basically, you can use it to make it your turn when it's not. You can add a +8 to a roll you're going to roll, or +4 to a roll you just did. You can get direct advice from the GM, or I think it's kind of a let me break the rules for a moment point.
Okay.
It's a cool guy point.
I like
But
it.
you only get
cool
one a
guy.
year, so choose wisely.
Well, thank
If
you.
you're just really, really good and frugal with your hero points, you can actually spend two hero points to just not die. But at that point, you're the guy who saved 2 years. It's like the guy who takes like
Right.
6 months of vacation because he's been here for 50 years. Like, sure, whatever.
John.
I may have. Anyway,
Don't hold on to it like people do in video games, though, where you're like, but if I use this one very specific potion now, I won't be able to use it later, and then you beat
Although
the game and
this-
you're like, I never used the potion.
this is
Especially because we don't know how long this.
I mean, you probably want to be
campaign's
a
gonna
little
go
bit
for.
selective with it because it is.
Don't just use it for like, I'd like to order some cheese, and they're like, it's $2, and you're like, I want it to be $1. Charisma.
That's not even one of the possibilities. Cheese is always full price. It's okay. Act out of turn.
Cheese
Spend a
trumps
hero
hero
point to
points.
take your turn immediately. Use a bonus if a +8 luck bonus on anything you're about to roll. +4 if you've already made the roll. You can get an extra action on your turn by spending it. If you can ask me for help, and I'm supposed to help you generously. You can spend a hero point to recall a spell or other already cast ability that you've used. You can spend a hero point to reroll any 1d20 roll, but you have to take the second one, even if it's worse. Or you can say, pretty please, I will give up my hero point if you let me do blah, and then it's upon my beneficence and generosity, which I guess is evidenced by the fact I gave it to you in the first place, so it'll probably work.
Okay.
So yeah, happy birthday.
Well, thank you.
Yay.
Happy birthday, Jeremy.
Happy birthday.
Such a muted. Happy birthday. Good job, big guy.
Back to fantasy.
It's always my
Is it-
fantasy
is it
to
his
have
birthday?
arbitrary points I can use to make my fictional reality better, Kyle.
Is it his birthday, like in the game too?
I know, is it on your sheet?
Is your birthday?
Some of
Yes,
these sheets,
it's my birthday.
Oh.
because some of them, like I know on Chomwell's, you didn't fill out skin, so I just put yes.
Ew.
No. Much less ew.
Then no.
Why have you awakened me without
I didn't
skin?
know it was your birthday.
What about bargain? You promised me flesh. Alright, something to
But this one's like gilded.
Oh, gilded coupon.
Just
I also
wait
made
till
note of it, just so I can remind you everyone we're in the middle of some dire situation.
Uh-huh.
Happy
He will need
birthday.
reminding.
I gave him a sweet like coupon for his birthday.
I got gilded coupon.
Gilded. Gilded coupon.
So when I put down deluxe, I'm going to write it in print. Just so I know.
Gilded doorknob.
That can't be. No. I did not indulge in.
It's a
You're also getting
one.
happy birthdays from the chat as well. Also, the weird thing, we're apparently streaming in 480p, and I don't know why, because I didn't pick that setting. It just like reverted
It's
back
for
to
that
it.
gritty fantasy feel.
So
It's for that 2001 vibe.
Nostalgia.
You ground test in 2001, 2006 vibe.
I can't change it back without restarting the stream. Is the problem.
Well, we'll see when we get to a break.
Yeah, when we get to the next episode, won't be in 480. I'll
if it's
bump it
yeah,
up.
I mean like, it shouldn't be that much of an issue. I mean,
It's fine for now.
Yeah, as long as the audio sounds okay, that's what I'm more worried about.
So-
So I guess that's just another thing to check every time because it can change itself.
It
So
does that.
It probably based on whatever is best
144p.
for him, right? So they've been working out the economic mysteries of pro-marketing practice. Y'all have been sitting around in a wooden shack with a guy who thinks he can heal a man with a demon horn.
right.
Not by using the demon horn. He doesn't. He could probably heal somebody if they had a demon horn, but that's a different problem.
So we're just hanging out in his.
Well, you were okay. So let's see. Y'all two are inside, right?
Right.
You're outside,
Outside,
where you belong.
apparently.
jeez.
And so he's been kind of fiddling with this this prisoner, who's. I mean, it's not really fair, is it? He's out of prison.
Mm-hmm.
This fugitive from justice, this man that y'all are rescuing, who has been kind of going through cycles of, like, sort of his breathing evens out, and you feel like okay, and then it's like obviously sort of just like stops. There's like a spike, and it goes, and then he twists and starts sweating, and then Waggy will casually go over, take out a vial, sometimes very casually, as in take out 6 vials and just kind of figure out, and then pour one, and if that doesn't work, he'll usually start pouring the others. And so far, the guy has stabilized every time. So, that's good to know. But One time this happens, as soon as he grabs a bunch of vials, there's this just god awful, god awful in the sense like proper and just deities would hear this noise and condemn it. It's a shriek unclean to mortal ears, and also sort of like a ringing telephone, like those two things mixed. From his his back room, which I mean, he doesn't seem to be all that like discriminating about keeping things in the front room, so who knows. Anyways, he's busy fiddling with the prisoner, and he goes, "Oh, my demon summoning circle! Can y'all get that?"
Can we give what?
Well, I just if you yeah, well, so it's I summoned a demon, right? But he got out. But that's okay because he was inside a bigger circle.
Oh my god.
But so now every day I go and make another circle inside or around the other circle, so that when he breaks out of that one, he gets in the new one instead.
Do you have a protocol for dealing with this?
Yes, I do it once every roughly hour and a half. And I
You
need
know
it
there's a limit to how long that can last, right?
Well,
Like,
you
eventually-
would, except he keeps breaking them, so it's a new one every time. That way.
But it's bigger every time, right?
Well, no, I
eventually-
know. One of them is slightly to the right, one of them is slightly to the left. Yeah. Anyway,
Alright,
he
that's
should
not
still be between planes, but if he breaks out, you just need to fix this one. Just stop gap until I get back there.
Alright, I'm putting this on my to-do list of things to come back and check on later. But we'll go check it out
Yes.
right now.
Okay. I'm gonna turn on my Halo.
Smart.
Which has a +2 to intimidate evil.
Yeah,
Okay.
boy.
What if it's just
Yes.
an
I poke my
aggressively
head in and
neutral
ask if
demon?
I can come back inside, and then I'm sorry.
What? Yeah, it looks over at you. Real sorry?
I'm real sorry. Feel real bad.
Do you need to be rolling me a bluff check right now?
Sure. A bluff check?
It's the big
How
one.
sorry are you?
That one.
This one?
The big one. That's a bad bluff.
That's a
That's
5.
just Shia LaBeouf.
Right?
Shia LaBeouf.
Has a 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you have a big
There are
big old
stats
bluff.
for
don't
actual
you?
cannibal Shia LaBeouf floating around the internet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wait, 4.
4.
Yeah, it looks like 4.
So 9.
Is bluff one of your
Oh, can't you do performance
your
instead?
fancy bard skills? I can't remember which ones.
Oh, you know, like abilities or?
Well, you
It's
have- you
what's
have
it
like a
called?
Bard. See what it's called.
Bardic
Bardic
performance.
knowledge,
Not
or-
bardic performance.
Yeah,
Bardic performance. See
Versatile
table.
performance. Versatile performance.
I use for certain skills. Bluff and diplomacy. So yeah.
Okay.
So what is your performance?
my performance.
No, that's prestige. Wait, no, that's
17.
performance. Ooh, so 17 plus 5 instead. Ooh, it's a 20.
Oh, right, I
Better.
forgot you can magically do things because your performance is stupid high.
Does that work? It's like, is it like, you just like don't really give a crap, but it's okay? Like, or is it
Why
like,
even bother rolling?
it's like, are you sorry? Oh yeah.
It's like a movie scene.
Yeah.
How can you say no?
I'm really
It's like a Tarantino like intense cafe dinner movie scene. Just, are you sorry? Yeah. Thought about it a lot. Thought about it when I ordered my meal too. I'm so sorry about it to this day. And they're just like, okay, all right, geez.
I think that's just how it actually went down. That was much better. Anyway, you hire Ethan to come in. That's the performance part. Let me explain it through interpretive Ethan. So he looks at you. All right. He's like, walk back in.
Cool.
If I say bottle, you hand me bottle. If I say vial, leave out the liquor. And then he goes back to fiddling with the prisoner.
Right. Of course. Happy to help.
What about you?
Okay, so they're just like, it's just a door where the sound is coming from?
It's just, yeah, right there's, so right through his looking at it, his cottage isn't actually a very strange layout. It's just that he has so expertly hoarded so many things in such strange ways, he has built new load-bearing walls out of various mad science attempts. And so, you just kind of like snake your way through the rather average-sized cottage, and then the last bit actually is just a door. And there is a strange kind of like reddish silver, but also tinged with the black fire of a soul damned forever to be stuck between two summoning circles, just kind of flashing right there underneath it.
Can I like lean against it and see if I can hear something right behind it, or if I can get some kind of sense of where something's moving in the room?
Yeah, perception check.
Okay.
What are we supposed to
Metal D20. 16 plus. It's right
Less.
there. It's on the side of the couch. For 7. Whoa, really? 7? That's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
23.
So, it's kind of difficult, but you sort of like, I was mentioning before the unholy sound of a damned scream and also a telephone ring. They're two very slightly separate sounds.
Okay.
It seems like the damned to hell sound is still probably tucked behind a barrier of some sort, like some sort of fold of a different dimension, kind of. The ringing is definitely in the room now. It's more present, like there's just a kind of
Okay.
distinctly less tangible, less like it's really difficult to explain if you haven't had something like just phase out of you to a different plane right in front of you, but you have, and you know that's what it's like, kind of.
Alright, I try to open the door.
It's open.
Okay, I'm gonna open it but kind of cautiously and see what's inside.
So inside is just a basic 10-foot by 10-foot wooden boardroom that happens to have in the middle of it, inscribed in glowing red chalk, a very large and complicated and like hastily done binding circle. Basic binding circle. The idea is, of course, you have a binding circle, and then you cast summon demon, call demon, bind demon, and then they can't get out, right? Because it keeps them there. But then, sort of like somebody has taken the world's most expensive, difficult, and probably poorly advised coffee mug and picked it up, moved it over a couple inches, and set it down. There's another very similar magic circle inscribed just to the right of it, kind of overlapping.
Venn diagram, basically. Of
Yeah, but
circles.
not by much. It's just like, just enough. And you notice that one of them is glowing brightly red and pulsing along with the ringing, and the other one is just glowing steady.
Okay.
Hey, I don't know what to do with these.
Where's the demon? Is he not?
Can I?
He's caught between the two. He's basically on call waiting. He put the demon on hold.
Is it possible for
Sort of.
me to use Arcane Mark to fix these?
So we should probably need like, let's see here. Knowledge Arcana would work, or Knowledge Planar, whichever one you like it better.
All right. Let's see. I use Knowledge Planes. Yeah. All right. I got a 22. 21.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Okay.
So, one might presume that you might have some sort of edge on knowing these things, since that is your entire class, actually. But you do. You know how magic summoning circles work. And you can see that, this is the worst idea. Unless there's possibly an award to give for it also not working very well, which is what's happening right now, because while he was inscribing the second circle over the first one, he managed to smudge some of the symbols together over in the Venn diagram bit.
Oh dear. Well, can I cast Smite Evil?
Yes, but not. There's not evil to be smote just yet. The Arcane Mark idea was probably a better one.
Okay, I want to do that.
Okay, so as you step closer to it, there's a sudden, forceful, and just like pretty direct push against your will and spirit, as if something was trying to assert control and general like force of presence, kind of like on just your soul, like that happens. So make me a charisma check.
All right.
Possession.
Okay, I rolled a 23.
Right. Well, he was kidding.
Okay.
Apparently, because you just kind of like, and then it just.
Like when the principal walks down the hallway. No.
And so you were not, in fact, bound to experience eternity between two thin slices of the material and hellish planes along with him.
I didn't think so.
And he didn't get out, which is probably also worse. So instead, you can go over and check the thing.
Go over and check. You mean the circles?
If you want to, you don't.
So I'm like an old man. I know how to like fix like machines, but I'm not good with computers. What do we do with like these? Can you like remove the part that's summoning him here, but leave the part that keeps him back, or like how does that work? Do we just scrub some of this off like a chalkboard?
Yes, we should be able to. What should we be able to do?
Knowledge check.
Okay. All right, do it again.
Meanwhile, so you're back playing lab assistant. I mean, nurse.
Yeah, nurse. Do I have an outfit to go with the title?
Yeah, it's your Lord Cromwell outfit.
All right.
You wear the hat slightly more straight. So it's about as easy.
Dr. Lord Cromwell.
Nurse practitioner Lord Cromwell. He's only spent 4 years in defrauding people. So it's not as easy as it sounds, giving this guy random vials that you hope will work. So he will just say something, and you kind of have to figure out whether he's even, if that such thing exists, and try and hand it to him. So, can you make me a sleight of hand check?
Which one?
Just to
The
see
big
how
one.
you've been doing at this.
That's not the big one. This one's the big one.
Oh, this one?
No, this one's the big one.
That's what oh, gotcha.
Oh, no.
That's not good. A
That's a
1. Plus, what am I looking for? Sorry.
It's just a 1.
6, so
It's bad.
7.
So this is how it goes.
Oh, good.
Oh no.
So he gives you the briefing, by which he means hand me vials when I say to. You go,
Of
yep.
course. Yeah, I got
He
it.
goes, vial. You go, vial, and then you knock over the entire bookcase of vials.
I just leave at that point. Just walk out the door.
There is the most fantastic light show you have ever seen for about 4/10 of a second. And then so much more smoke than you've ever seen in your life for about the next probably couple hours. It's there's a wheeling just storm of like a purple glitter fireworks smoke with like the dancing patterns of thunder inside of it. And also, like, there's a child laughing, but like the creepy kind of way back in the corner.
I'm definitely leaving.
And then there's like more children over in the other corner of the cloud, kind of marching over. And also, it smells great.
Oh.
It sounds like
Smells like what?
It smells like cinnamon, but also garlic, but in a tasty way.
Like it tasted on my tongue.
Sure can.
You
Right.
could taste it on your tongue. Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
It's better than any alternative that could have ended that sentence.
You could taste it in your nose.
So yeah, so I turn around and I walk out the door. I
Right.
leave.
Meanwhile, Waggy's sitting there,
Do you hear something?
one hand back.
Yeah.
Vial! Vial! Oh, wait.
It's been a problem. Over
So-
here.
You're going to call out to him?
Yeah, I guess. No. I don't know. You didn't hear this?
Nope. He's,
Okay.
not, he's very intent on his patient, like a good doctor.
And there's-
Well, in ways that good doctors would be.
And what's going on with the ghost children? They're like coming at me?
No, they're just inside the cloud. It's sort of like a pantomime that plays off. It's just like a pile of like a steaming smoke, like when your toaster catches on fire.
Right.
Except it's a bookcase
Like a
full of magic vials and probably
demonic
also some
toaster.
poisons, and it's some sort of like pocket dimension of terrible and great things are occurring. It's kind of like Pan's Labyrinth, probably, but with more
Right.
fireworks.
Okay.
But it's all kind of like inside the smoke. I mean, you can get closer and check that out if you want. I don't think you do though.
I think I want to tell the guy what's going on.
All right, yeah.
This bookcase just fell over.
By itself.
She yells, again!
Yeah.
I told me that 3 legs was enough. He turns around, sees it, goes, oh, we don't know. He like immediately just like leaps head first into the smoke, and he's gone.
Ooh.
Guys?
Oh my.
What's happening with us?
Right, so y'all are
I just did my knowledge check and it was a 17.
17.
So I want to know what to do with the circles.
Okay, so here's what you know about circles. If your one is breaking and you erase bits of it, it's way easier to break. If one isn't broken and you erase bits of it, it breaks. When you have two that are smudged together, what you kind of need to do is Erase and fix it in such a way that what is left behind is the correct thing.
Erase and fix it in such a way that what is left behind is the correct thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
whoever wrote that particular
But-
treatise was generous
So-
with language but poor with instructions.
It's like the two circles are overlapping, and the one
Yeah.
that's
It's kinda like-
functioning is being
it-
messed up by the one that's like.
Yeah, I-
If you
overlapping.
think about
I
it,
got
like,
that,
Like,
but-
if there's a fingerprint on a wall, right?
Yeah, and
And
there's
you take your
another-
thumbprint on that fingerprint, and
Yeah.
right, and it just kind of all smears left.
Uh-huh.
And you have the job of going in with the world's tiniest Q-tip and just kind
Yeah.
of digging out all the bits so that the original fingerprint is left.
I got that, but like, what I want to know is like, what circle is the one that still needs to be? It's the one that's
It's the
still
flashing-
glowing, right?
The glowing circle, the steadily glowing circle, is functional. Apparently, whatever its marks got laid on top of the other ones in a way that screwed up the other marks along the edge.
Okay, and
But the other one is the one that's currently being broken through by some demonic entity.
Correct. Yes.
okay,
I have just felt completely out of my element these last few days, you know?
man, it's been weird. So let's see. Can I use
Casual coworker talk.
like Arcane Mark to get rid of it? Can I un-Arcane Mark? Like, is it like
Well,
you know how
so-
drawing makes you good at erasing? Like,
That's it?
yeah, I'm really good at erasing. You can sharpen your eraser into a point and draw with it.
Good point.
And then-
Uh,
oh my god, I'm a little slower than y'all. All right. Okay.
It's for the best. You shouldn't be. I don't know if we're faster, we're just wrong.
I have theories.
Kyle, we are pun masters.
The pun is always
Oh
intended.
my god.
So the deal with Arcane Mark is it's a what Arcane Mark does is it just puts your it's like a spray in a video game actually. It's you can mark a mark on a thing and it will stay there. It's not actually it doesn't really write on stuff. I don't think. Let me see the spell. It's on. You don't have your spell list.
No, I don't.
It's terrible. Arcane Mark is
I can look it up.
which you're actually looking here for words like prestidigitation.
I have mending.
I have prestidigitation.
I have spending.
Oh.
Minor tricks.
Are you? Did you like walk back there? What are you doing currently?
Oh, I guess I poke my head in to see how they're doing and let them know that,
Hey, how's it going on
hey, this guy out here just disappeared into a poof of screaming ghost children and smoke.
there? I don't know much about the medical profession, but that doesn't seem like it's helping.
Yeah.
Well, we have a problem. We need to erase this. We need to deconstruct this. This blurred demon summoning circle. But I'm not.
How can I help?
I'm gonna trade places with Chama and go outside to see if I can be more useful out there.
Right. Just kind of saunter out. See what's up.
Are you good at
I can detect magic.
There's lots.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Are you Can I just? Are you a prestidigitator?
I am.
Am I allowed to do that? Is that too?
Whether you ought to in public is one thing.
I mean,
Okay, all right. Let's do this a little.
I mean, how do I even do
spellcraft
this?
check? A spellcraft check. You got a
Yeah.
spellcraft?
A spellcraft?
You want some craft mac and cheese?
Oh,
I do have spellcraft.
Mine's a
For
very
the sake
spellcraft, man.
of
You want me to roll
base
too?
knowledge.
All right, I got a 19.
All right. Okay.
What's he rolling?
You do in fact have
Oh,
basic
wow.
knowledge of cantrips and how they function and what would be good for to use here, even though you don't have it. You may ask him about his prestidigitation skills.
Do you have prestidigitation skills?
I
Lord
do.
Cromwell?
Are you talking about minor tricks that novel spellcasters use for practice?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I do have that ability.
It's kind of
Excellent.
unfortunate
What can you
because
tell me
Wow.
about the
while
readers?
that was convenient and everything, you were perhaps one of the only people in like the city who could also just answer, yes, do you mean real or magic? But
Yeah.
it's okay. You guessed right.
I would like for you to prestidigitate this fading circle away,
Absolutely.
so we can banish the demon to the plane from whence it came.
I can do that.
Thank you.
Which circle am I doing it on?
The fady one.
The fadey one.
Yes.
Are you sure about this?
Yes. And make sure you don't touch the glowy one.
Okay.
We want it only on the fady one's parts.
Got it. Okay, so I'm gonna use my I don't even want to say this word. Prestidigitation.
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 Make it worse
You're close.
now.
It's like a presta, like presto, or like you're pressing with your digits. It's just like flipping a coin across the back of your knuckles. Prestidigitation.
So I do that.
Well, so why don't you help him with a linguistics check? You have linguistics? You have linguistics?
Yeah.
I do not have linguistics actually.
I have linguistics, I think.
Where would it be?
It's a skill.
Yeah. So no, I don't. Oh yeah, I do. No, I don't. No, I don't. I
Can I-
do. There's nothing there.
Are we back
No, I
yet?
guess I do have it,
It's a
but
long
it just says -1. So.
We're just strolling.
Wait, do you have it?
Stopped into a couple.
Well, it
bars.
says.
Let me see.
Yeah, yeah. It says I have it. It just says there's
Well,
a
that's
negative.
something.
We just like we just take like 40 minutes on the way back. Like, hey, let's go get some antiques. Why?
Yeah, you're not trained in it, so you can't.
I saw the check mark there, so I thought I had it.
So we could probably, I guess, use spellcraft, like the magic thing, not just the way how good you can use your hand.
Can't hear you.
You can use spellcraft because it's magic. You don't have to manually trace out the actual demon summoning circle like you're an artist,
Can
because
I
that's what
assist?
magic's for.
Can-
Yeah, so one of you should roll spellcraft to help guide this, and the other should assist.
Yeah,
Y'all should
please.
discuss amongst you who should be rolling primary.
Wait, which one is?
For
Which one are
spellcraft?
they removing to?
I have spellcraft.
Which one
Wait.
are they removing?
Mine's 3.
They are
Mine's
apparently rubbing away the
Alright.
I think we should.
glowing, pulsing one.
Alright. 22.
Sweet.
Ready for the assist?
The assist.
Partake in the cursed die.
Wrong time to use that one.
It's infinitely better than your last one.
Well, spellcraft's a 5.
It's actually like 100% better.
But I'm assisting, so.
Wait, just a total of 6?
Yeah.
You fail to assist. He's like, ah,
I'm not doing so hot.
Alright, so you are able to discern which parts ought to stay for the other circle to hold,
Mm-hmm.
and which ones to blast. But now, because he can't see them, you have to tell him.
Okay. This part. This part. This part.
That
So-
part.
Don't touch that part.
Oh.
But get rid of that part.
I think the way
The
we
racist
actually
part.
communicate coded or difficult to understand language is through bluff.
Okay.
Really?
Like you're trying to pass a sign off to somebody in the crowd without anybody else noticing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to call this the same thing, because it's exactly as difficult, but very direct.
So sneaky. 17. No, 15. No, wait. I can't. 16. Why
12
am I not
plus.
mathing right now? 12 plus 4 is
Okay.
16.
And why don't you make an intelligence check?
Okay.
It's just
Straight intelligence.
plus your
Oh, yeah.
int score. Here you go. Have fun.
Yes, everybody watching the stream, these are in fact the highly technical rules for how
Maybe
demon
roll a
circles work.
different
Plus 5.
This is exact. There's like a 6-page essay
It's 5
about
minus-
exactly what to do with prestige,
Oh.
and I wrote it in my head just now.
Oh my
Um,
god.
You had separate dice from mine because mine are evil.
Yeah,
Apparently.
I think you
I
need
got
a
a
different
4.
die.
You got a 4.
Yeah.
That's after modifier.
Yep. My modifier is -1 for intelligence.
Oh boy.
Not very smart.
How do you guys feel about a demon?
Can I also use perform or something?
Oh, I think we've given you all enough checks.
But I'm a good teacher. I can perform.
We're at the
my-
point of
my- I'm-
diminishing returns on
But
checks.
I'm actually like,
There was one
my
check
job
too
is
many,
to
right?
teach the public. That's my actual job.
Right, but
in
what's-
real life and in the game, dude.
Okay, but see, here's this makes it easy to understand. You're an excellent teacher. So why is it that the kids don't know Latin?
It's because
They don't pay
but they
attention
do know
Because
Latin.
they have a
And they're-
-1.
But they
intelligence.
actually do know Latin.
The ones who don't, though, it's not on your side, is it? Actually, I can't make you call your kids stupid on live stream.
They know
Especially
Latin.
when they're probably watching.
All of you, know
I love
Latin.
you. Except for you.
Canis and Wea
Always.
Latrot.
Anyway,
Wally.
if Lord Chomwell were in your Latin class,
Yeah.
he would only be there because I actually have no problem with believing he got into the Latin class
Puella.
and just said,
Hey.
me child, it would work just fine.
Where?
However, this would be beyond what he can learn with that check.
Malus puer.
The thing is, you kind of like, she says, erase this, don't erase that. Please touch up that. And you kind of like, at some point, like, it's like the pea in the cup game,
My die.
right? Like
Right.
at a certain point, you're definitely sure which one that one does and this one
Pea
was.
in a cup?
I know, the old pea in a cup game.
What? You mean the seashell in the cup?
That's what I think he's trying
Or
to
the
do.
penny in the cup? Not a pea, not
Not a
pea.
pea.
Not pea and 2 glasses of lemonade. Just
Possible. When I learned of this game, it was from a juvenile person who enjoyed this pun.
It's that lemonade roulette.
Oh god.
The small item under a larger covering item that you then mix up with your prestige. Actually, that's legerdemain. Sorry. And then you try and make them guess, but you're not really sure which one was which. And then eventually you are very sure which one was which because you got it very wrong.
Oh.
So there is a it's like
I should have laughed earlier.
it comes down. It's like in paint when you're using the fill bucket, and then just one of them just boom, it is gone.
It's gone.
Which is what you all wanted, except the wrong one is gone.
Oh.
And then suddenly, with the force of 1,000 screaming high school students who no longer want to be in a Latin class, their will pushes against yours, and y'all both need to make charisma checks.
Ooh, okay.
Do what checks then?
Yeah, we're gonna have your D20.
You got this one.
No, no. You're using this one.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh no. Oh no.
10 plus charisma.
Yeah,
you have a lot of
charisma's a
charisma.
lot.
Number one.
That was a 1.
Oh crap.
So 13.
13.
You rolled 13 against the demon charisma.
She rolled a 1.
Oh no.
What is your charisma modifier?
4.
That's
I'm
5.
gonna die.
Maybe the demon is also having an off day.
Am I gonna get possessed? This is gonna throw off my mojo.
He's looking something up.
Yeah. It's not good.
On this episode,
Well, this is happening and I'm outside. Can I be like, like what's going on out here? What am I seeing in the other room?
Well, actually, what happens is there's suddenly a lot less of the barrier between planes, and so all that mortal, deathly screeching that fills your soul with the hate and really, really bad vibes, there's more of it.
Oh.
Gosh.
What about my
So-
plus? Oh, sorry.
Just say it.
Pippa Rose,
No.
you wonderfully sweet, cute ASMR being,
Uh-huh.
this hate is too much for you, and you're flying against a wall,
Ouch.
and you take a d6 of damage.
Okay.
That's not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I was waiting for the possession.
What about all my other stuff that's like all resistant to evil?
And they really mostly don't apply to charisma checks against them in summoning. Normally, there's like, if you actually have a lot of, if
D6
it was an
is
actual
regular
normal will
dice.
save, you'd be great.
Okay, took 4 damage.
And that feels pretty bad, but so what actually happens here is like the demon will soul thing bubbling beneath this wood panel floor. Like it's like it immediately notices the weakness in your will and vroom, and Chongwell, you go whoa, and you kind of like just barely slide in front of it. And there's like a moment where like it shocks like right up against your psyche, and you feel yourself kind of vibrate and then vibrate back out in a way that's really uncomfortable and kind of itchy. But it bounces back.
Okay. It's here.
Hearing all this happen, I'm gonna kind of look back, look into the fog, and then look at the only person I currently can put eyes on, which is the guy laying on the table, and like scoop him up and try to like barrel rush out the front door.
Nice.
Barrel
Very
rush?
conscientious of you.
Yeah.
I don't need one. I don't want.
Make an acrobatic check.
Okay.
It's like a summon.
Okay.
It's like a ghost
Okay,
dude that you can summon.
Right.
Gay.
8.
You ever tried doing a somersault in a full suit of armor, sir? Through a cloud of vapor, smoke, death,
I
children.
just tried to scoop this guy off the table and go through the door. It shouldn't be that hard.
You said the word somersault, though.
No, I didn't.
What did you tumble through? You tried some sort
You
of
said
like,
tumble.
Yeah, you said
I
something.
said barrel rush, which isn't
I
actually a
said
term.
barrel rush.
that's why you suck at it.
I combined a couple of words there.
I definitely
Clearly, I
heard.
didn't actually know what I was doing. And
Well,
I tripped
I
over my own
clearly heard
lens.
what I wanted to hear. But anyway, so it's not actually that bad because you're not actually doing anything that amazing. But like, you know how firefighters like pick people up and then heroically just like shoulder through
Right,
smoke.
that's what I'm
You
attempting to
do
do.
not do that. No, you do the thing where like there's the dramatic smoke screen and then the firefighter kind of like stumbles and falls back first out of it, kind of like with a thud, and then the person they're rescuing falls thunk on top of them. And it's like, oh, and then you kind of like look up and you sort of like begin getting up and they start sliding on. You're like, oh wait.
Did I make it out of the building
You
still?
do, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just
Embarrassing.
Right.
How
That's alright.
embarrassing.
and yeah, good job. Well, job.
Job. Yeah.
Job.
Job done.
Work's done.
So, at this exact moment, Waggy Boostrel emerges from the vapor child purple sparkle cinnamon garlic cloud. Which, Dunkin' Donuts, you can have that one for free.
Give us free stuff.
Not that. And he looks exactly the same, with no difference. Except that he goes and he kind of smacks his hands together, and sort of like a dust falls off of him, and the cloud just kind of starts dissipating behind him. Not actual ghost children. Fight ghost children. Put on masks that they can come in my garden. Just normal spirit children, but not. That reminds him though. We don't need the Nalfeshni horn. There's a substitute. Cornstarch. Cornstarch.
Nope.
Kind of walks back in kitchen.
Glad we didn't actually pay anything for
Yeah,
that.
I'm glad I just danced.
And then as he walks back into the kitchen, some small bit of hell breaks loose. Just like yay so much inside this. The abyss actually, but the binding that you erased was the wrong one, and you aren't being taken over for its soul. But there's a horrible sucking noise and just generally unpleasant imagery, and the wooden floor drops out beneath you in a way you have seen once before, randomly, and spiraling upward in just a kind of classic column of smoke appears.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up?
Should have said that. It's a dredge team.
Oh.
That.
And it stands in the middle of its shaking, quivering, and no longer particularly. It's like pulsing is very weakly. And
Ew.
looks over.
Ew.
What the glowing blinds?
Oh, I thought it was the demon.
No, it looks way worse than that. It's actually just a pile of abyssal slime that kind of has a shape that has limbs and a sort of like a place. It's like the Power Rangers villain, sort of like a.
But it doesn't pulse.
What were they called?
Pulse a little bit. Anyway, it sort of stares at who's closer. I guess you're the only one in the room, right? What did you do? You were the one who actually
Yeah.
bounced his soul back. So you're up against a wall. It stares you in the eye and goes.
Ian's camera's apparently freezing.
Yeah, I noticed.
But all my dramatic gestures. That's not a bad shot though.
Keep going. I'll try to fix it.
And it gestures. Not really dramatic things. It's a pretty weak range of motion. Gestures vaguely to its surrounding circle. Behold, summoner, I have almost broken your bond. Send me back, or I shall do so again.
Ew.
So I should send him back. I mean, he doesn't want to be here.
No, I very much want to go home. But if you tempt me, I will make your life my abyss.
I don't want that. No. I want to send him home. I want to play a song to send you home.
We are agreed I may return.
How can I send you home?
Agree.
A what?
Agree.
I don't understand your accent. A what?
Sir, release my bonds. So tell me I can leave.
You wait. Where are you gonna go?
Probably that way.
Back down, probably, or yes, definitely.
We can agree on certainly.
How about I'll let you go, but you don't wreak havoc or cause any damage.
In the abyss. No, I won't, I promise.
Why are you being kept here?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Many, many powerful men have tried to summon my master, but they call me to schedule appointments.
How do we know we can trust you?
You absolutely cannot. Send me home instead.
Or what?
Or I will wreak havoc with his appointment schedule and I will blame you.
Okay.
Well, I've done enough.
Well, can I smite him and send him back? Isn't that what smiting does?
No, that kills it.
Okay, it doesn't send it to hell.
No, the only thing required to send it back is the summoner who's now y'all, since y'all did the last, y'all are in active summoning position.
I want to
agree-
send him back.
Agreeing to let it go.
Okay.
Back to the past.
Okay, I'm gonna.
We trusting
I'm gonna
this guy?
release him. Yeah, I want to release him back to hell. Okay.
There's not a whole lot. Like, this is the
abyss.
purpose
Hey,
of the
demon.
circle. It removes the trust aspect. Like,
Yeah.
like, as long as it's currently holding, which barely it is, he can't do anything. So, like, if you release him, the only thing that does is drop it out. It doesn't weaken the circle or anything. It's a dismissal. It's Alt F4.
Okay. Let's do that.
At last, my Mimos! He's gone.
Yeah, victory.
And now, instead of a glowing magic hell circle, it's actually just some iron filings smeared all over the ground. But like somebody's been doing like had a big bucket of iron shavings, they like moved over and then back for like the past 2 years. It's just the dirtiest workshop floor.
Why was he summoned here in the first place?
What did he leave behind?
It was just like the glowing magic demon summoning circles just turned back into their native component of cold iron. Just like dust on the floor. It's no longer magic.
It's not valuable or anything.
It's always cold iron.
Well, it's
I was about
not
to
used. Not this used.
Okay. I was gonna put it in a jar, but
You do actually have a cold iron dagger,
yeah.
and you were the only person equipped with multiple different weapon types. They just happen to be big. So cool.
For all my people.
Well.
Good work.
You
Did
too. Great team.
Great team.
Team Demon.
Yeah.
All right, then we go check on Owen.
Demon Hunter
and
Alliance.
Tell him how
Demon the
successful we were.
All right.
Check and see how this guy's doing.
Yeah, roll me a heal check.
If anybody asks, we fought a huge battle. And like, it was awesome.
It was. I got hurt. I sustained
did.
damage.
How much damage did you take?
4.
Whoa. How much damage do you have? I mean, health do you have?
How much damage do you have?
19.
Left or?
I have 15 left.
Oh my goodness.
I guess we should translate that into like actual
I can
character
heal.
speak.
I have
My
6
arm-
joints left to break.
I can
My
heal.
I really hurt my shoulders when I got thrown against the wall by his evil powers.
I can cure light wounds.
That would be wonderful. I'm
So
lightly wounded.
Yeah.
you you attempt to gauge how well he's doing, which your method kind of involves plunking him in the chest a bit. Because
Kind of hard to like check vital signs with metal
right,
hands.
well, like you know that at worst, right? If his heart isn't doing the beating thing, if you're plunking him in the chest, that's as close to doing the right thing as you're going to get. However, it turns out that it doesn't look like he is currently doing the heart beating thing that you can feel. But again, it's kind of through metal armor, so you can't really, you don't feel qualified to determine whether or not he's dead. He looks really bad off. His breathing is, if present, really weak. You're not getting a pulse.
And what happened to the doctor? He disappeared.
He's in the kitchen getting cornstarch.
Oh yeah.
Poke my head back in and just call for him.
Yeah, okay, got it. All right, here, you come here. Switch places.
Okay.
All right, I need olive oil.
Sure.
Yeah, let me that.
Okay.
What does he need?
Olive oil.
Oh.
I'll go to the kitchen and see if I can find some olive
Marks it out
oil.
with a bucket of cornstarch. Make a perception check.
Okay. What is the kitchen like? Is it just a bunch of a mess as everything else?
So it's
With
kind of
olive
like
oil and cornstarch?
there was some sort of
That's
weird,
a
bizarre
gross
back
kid.
room in a warehouse where somebody had
Maybe.
they had a bunch of spare kitchen parts that nobody had ordered. They decided to turn them into a kitchen fort, like the best. Like it's like 3 kitchens kind of hooked up to mostly the same line, and some of them are decorated with like etchings all over them. They have one of them is probably out of order. It's just like covered in a deep green ooze that kind of like it actually just the entire fixture occasionally just melts and reforms. So, but the others are
The olive oil.
probably not. There is definitely a creature in one of the sinks, but that one appears to have another circle around the edge of the sink, so good. There are 2.5 sinks that look mostly like kitchenable, although you wouldn't want probably like the area around them, not so much. There is half the sink just stops, and they never bothered to install the second half. But over those 2 sinks, there are in fact basic looking kitchen stuff.
Alright, well I got a 25 on my perception, so I'll just like find the most kitchen-y looking cabinet and just kind of rip the door off, see if there's anything behind
You
that.
turn into the kitchen and go, right, bachelor living, done that. Immediately find the only place that he would bother dedicating to cooking stuff. Rip it open. And it appears he only has vegetable oil.
All right, I'll take that.
Okay.
That's how cooking works, right? You take whatever oil's available.
Yeah.
Yup.
And you walk back out to him to find he is now just completely covered head to toe in cornstarch. He keeps like trying
What?
to
Wait,
are
the
you
doctor
doing?
or the patient?
well the doc both
That's a
words
good question.
strong. Waggy Boostrel is covered head to foot in cornstarch. He keeps trying to like dust himself off with his cornstarch hands onto his cornstarch clothes. And there's actually a perfect outline of a rather young athletic man just not cornstarched on the ground.
An
Cornstarch.
outline.
Yeah. It's like the opposite of a chalk outline. It's like a cornstarch mask.
Oh.
Did he escape?
Turns back around. He's all better.
Wait, he's here or he's...
Oh no! Yeah, sorry. There was a message. He left a message. Message was.
He left he was like dead.
Hold on. Cornstarch. I told you.
You told me olive oil and you don't have any. You have
That
this.
was for lunch.
Gosh.
That'll work. Anyway, I'm trying to. He said to tell you. They're after me. He ran up that way.
How frail does this guy look?
Waggy Boostrel?
Yeah.
I mean, he looks pretty frail.
Okay, then I won't do it very hard, but I'm gonna flip the bottle around and just gonna clunk him on the head.
That's
God.
making it worse. Okay, I want to go in the direction he.
No, I'm serious.
Make an attack roll at -4.
Okay.
Well, actually, is your whole like I can use improvise things?
Right now, yeah, I have 5.
Does that let you do non-lethal damage with it also? I guess it's just like an
Does it
unarmed strike.
specify?
Yeah, we will count the vegetable oil bottle as an extension of your arm for the purposes of an improvised weapon, which
Okay.
will do a D4 worth of non-lethal unarmed strike damage.
It's been a while since I rolled an attack roll. It's what I roll plus the attack modifier for
Unarmed strike. Or improvised weapon if it's down there.
which I think either you have to tell me what it is or it's just like melee attack modifier by default.
You just do melee. I don't think we need to do
That's
that.
15 then.
Well, you know. Yep, you just clonk him good.
Okay.
Like boom, and it does the thing where it's like it doesn't really bounce back. It's like kind of boom right onto his large hat and the frizzy hair after it. It's like just full damage.
I thought about breaking it, but I actually have an ability that does that and it causes bleed damage, so I didn't want to like do too much.
Vegetable oil shrapnel can kill.
What damage should be for this?
1d4.
Okay.
Plus
What damage should be for this? That's how you ask that question.
If vegetable oil breaks over him, all you gotta do is just leave him out in the sun and he
4.
basically got a chicken nugget.
Oh god.
4. Nice. Plus your strength.
Oh, crap.
He explodes.
Kill
him.
So, for the record,
This is non-lethal, right?
the way non-lethal works is you can get non-lethal damage up to your total HP score, after which it rolls over into HP damage.
Okay.
So if you were, say, somebody like, not too well put together, like anything that's not a level 1 barbarian, that would be real bad. Luckily, he seems to have just shaken it off. Literally. I take you people in. I take your friend who is not going to answer my bill. That man will not. You beat me in the head with my own lunch. I want you to leave.
Gladly.
So you said the guy went that way, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You don't need to find it. He's got friends going after him, I think.
What, his friends?
Yeah. A
saw
bunch
him?
of big men. Swords.
What do they look like? Oh, great. Like barbarians.
I wouldn't say that out
You
loud.
stereotype them as barbarians.
Sir, I'm a respectful man, but yes.
Yeah.
Somebody here. Yeah, and what'd you say?
I'm gonna head in that
I
direction.
trot after them.
Me too.
And what's the. Y'all immediately turn the corner to find that happening.
What?
What's going on?
Hey.
Hey, you don't need the horn. The guy's up and he left, and there was a demon at some point.
How'd it go with y'all? How's y'all's thing?
We got the horn.
I'm really
Good job,
glad
guys.
Good job. Maybe we'll find something to use it for later.
Yeah,
but
sell it.
this is
I'm
it.
sure we can
That I
barter with it
that I
later.
I didn't have to pay for this.
Sir, I would like a taxi ride. Do you accept payment in hell cocaine?
I'm going to give this man his hell cocaine.
Don't give him anything. He doesn't deserve it.
Oh, I think he deserves it. Fine, I'll just keep it. I'll keep the thing that's burning through my robes as we speak.
It never gets above just unpleasant enough to be painful but not cause damage.
It's like when your cell phone heats up in your pocket.
I hate that.
It's actually like when you're trying to wash dishes but you put it over too far.
Right.
Where it's just hot enough to actually cause like pain, but not actually hot enough to scald off any extra germs. Terrible.
I told you about how I butt dialed an Instagram account, right?
But dialed.
That was the
Instagram.
hottest my phone has ever like burned in my pocket.
Weird. So,
That's a story for another day.
who has survival?
I do.
I do, weirdly.
I do.
Why do you guys all have survival? We're in a city.
Is that a? Do you have to?
You've
If
been
the number is in the
No.
box, you
That's fine.
can use
I gotta
it.
I have a
ship
number,
me
but it's
in
zero,
case
so I can
you read
roll.
this.
I have a
Yeah,
2.
because some things have to be trained, some things don't. So
Roll, I
because you see, survival is how you track something.
Right.
You could use knowledge nature if it weren't a city.
I'll let somebody else who's better at it
I
than me
would
do it.
do. Oh, that sucked.
I
Hey.
got 16.
Oh, you're rolling a survival check?
Okay.
Here,
I'll
one of the,
I'll
have my
assist.
demon die. That's a fat 10.
Okay, no, mine was useless.
I got a 12.
Okay, so as it happens, you're 16. You catch it best. Put my. So you catch it best. I guess because you're used to figuring out how things look in lower light or something. Whatever. He's left cornstarch footprints
Nice.
a ways. And so y'all are kind of through the winding back streets of the Cloister district, which is nice enough, but it is crowded. And as you kind of get out to the main concourse, it widens up a bit. And who lives here? Somebody lives here. One of y'all, actually, this is your district. But so y'all get to the main thoroughfare, and you see which gate? Directly ahead of you, rising up the hill to the south, is the Cold Iron Gate of Aviel, which is a very traditional sort of like spiked and barred cross gate, just like you would see almost outside of like a cemetery or a park, but on the scale of a 50-foot tall building. Bars of cold iron that are currently raised up, sort of gleaming above the city wall, but in such a way they could be just at any point in time. It is the first real defense the city of Aviel has. Note that it is after the lower residential district. And beyond that lies your the various kind of like ways of climbing up into the Corona, the central forum platform ring that y'all were on earlier. And how would y'all like to continue to search for this guy?
Is there cornstarch just in a trail?
As it happens, once it meets the main concourse, it mixes with things that are much less tasty and generally easy to track. And
I look around and see if I see him.
Good try. Yeah, that might work. Roll it, perception.
Okay.
I also will attempt to perceive. I want to use my friend Rhododactylus to fly around
16.
to see.
So you can't say of a bunch of weird people, and there's always weird people in Aviel, but nobody who's just a cornstarch white ghost man
14.
hiking up the city, hiking up these stairs with a horde of barbarians behind him. Nope.
Can I use my lifelink to, or not lifelink, my bond senses to fly or have Rhododactylus fly around and look for him?
Yeah, go ahead and make it.
Okay.
By the way, I rolled a 21 in perception.
I don't think I actually have. Do I have to roll that? I just roll perception,
You
right?
use
or
yours.
something? What?
He uses yours.
Okay. Alright. Okay. No, wait. 15.
15. Alright, well, he's going to spend some time scouting.
Okay.
You don't notice any cornstarch men, but you do notice...
Well, I was looking for like some. They were looking for the cornstarch man.
Mhm.
I thought I was gonna be looking for the dudes that were looking for the cornstarch man.
Right. Yeah, that's closer to what you find.
Yeah.
You find a there's a line of market stalls that has a mysterious large kind of like sway to one side, as if something large kind of ran into it and all broke it down and kept crashing through. And there's a number of people kind of standing around like.
So I walk over and ask what happened.
They turn back. Yeah, just some ruffians. I don't know, just running through the. You gotta watch where you're going, right? I mean, that's obvious. But then, if you happen to be going like 60 miles an hour upstairs, being followed by, I don't know, what, like 10 people the size of houses,
Was one of these people covered in cornstarch?
he was the fast one.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, he didn't. I guess he did. They didn't. Really, that's the deal. He was fine, but if you have that many people after you, it's your civic responsibility. The other people are coming in the conversation. Civic responsibility to make sure the people who are chasing you don't hit into anything either. I'm gonna bill him. Yeah.
Well, I'll go catch him for you, and I run off.
Okay.
Follow them. And I yell at everybody else, guys. They went this
There
way.
we go. Y'all see this scene.
It's like the scene from Aladdin.
Yeah.
Can I
We're just
continue
about to
chasing,
break out
but
in
on
song.
the rooftop?
Oh god. You may.
What's
I'm gonna
that?
do that.
I was excited for a
that?
second, then I realized you don't
Fuck.
need to make a climb check.
No, I don't.
So you just spend some time shimmying up a pipe.
Yep.
For the record, it would look way cooler if you're using a climb check.
Whoa. It
But-
would look cool.
It's 16.
You kind of just like, yeah, like instead of just like, like you do like the nice like sort of like the one of the more Navy style like kind of like you climb the pipe with a pretty nice gait and a good grace to it.
Okay.
It's hard to see though because you're like half shadow, but you know,
Right.
people can't see. You think it looks pretty good for
Sweet, okay,
that kind
cool.
of thing. You're up on a rooftop. You may make a perception check.
Yep.
+2 bonus.
20.
All right, so you kind of get a scout forward. It's actually pretty important because, like like I said, the Corona has actually a bunch of like large jutting out areas, which don't actually. I mean, they kind of just like hang over bits of the cloister, which is nice because they're shade, but you never really trust them, right? These just giant hulking platforms that hold up entire market sectors, just like over your house. The people under them care, but nobody else. Anyway, so you get a good view of all the pedals and the general forum area, and you see you can kind of track back from like where the market stalls were kind of busted in. It appears that there's an occasional like dot to dot market disruption all the way up to the edge of the Corona and the beginning of one of Aviel's other distinctive architectural features, the Cherub's Crossing.
I shout to everybody else kind of the general location of where to go.
Yeah.
So, and then I head that way. Just over the rooftops.
We hear you, right? We hear him, right?
Yes.
Gotcha!
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I'm on my way. I'll
We
start running.
Run after you.
I keep running as usual, slightly slower than everybody else.
I think I'm also slightly slower than everyone else.
A lot of you are because you have to deal with a crowd.
I think
We have
I'm...
what?
Deal with a crowd.
But I'm
Oh,
tight.
Which is like difficult terrain. You're about the same because you're fine because you got rooftops. So, but yeah, y'all kind of push through the crowd, and so the way this next bit of Aviel looks, you have the gentle slope up, which is just the churchyard right to the city walls, and there's a wooden gate that marks the actual city where you get into the city walls from the churchyard into the cloister, and then the cloister is just basically kind of like packed solid apartment buildings from the city walls up into like the Iron Gate or the Cold Iron Gate, and behind the Cold Iron Gate is a number of series of staircases that climb a bit more like steeply than just the natural rise of the land to get up onto this kind of shelf that sticks out of the hill that's been was part of a natural feature, part sort of adapted into this corona sort of spread. And then right behind the corona, which is flat, doesn't rise at all, flat, it just hits not quite sheer hill that would make up the rest of the space that the corona used to ascend. They kind of just dug it down and flat, right? To make out this kind of nice open market space that doesn't, like, see, the problem with the churchyard is there are no actual building codes there. It's kind of the benefit of owning property there. This downside is there are no building codes. So the only way you can keep, like, your building from falling down or having another building falling into it is to, like, get right wrestled up against the city walls. They didn't want that problem for their marketplace, so they just leveled it. Now you have the issue, though. You got to get back up there, right? They solved this with the world's most gorgeous and terrifying staircase called the Cherub's Crossing.
Called the what?
The Cherub's Crossing. It's it goes here.
Are there cherubs currently crossing it?
That would be so passe. No, they take the elevator.
There's an elevator?
An elevator?
They fly. They have wings.
We're going up this elevator like and we just see guys running up the stairs.
So it's about a 200-foot elevation in, I don't know, maybe like 50 feet or so. Maybe even more like 60 feet. It's less like a staircase and more like climbing. There are switchbacks cut across it, so you can kind of like mosey your way up if you would like, or a number of. It's very much a mark of what kind of person you are in Aviel based on how you take the Cherub's Crossing. For some it's a hobby, for some it just works. They just take the switchbacks. Some people are just healthy and handle enough to just go up it, and many people have to hire services, or many people can hire services. Like there are some hoist up cranes along the side of the actual hillside, and there are a couple. Anybody who has land up along this sort of dugout area, but probably is invested in their own private way up. But everybody loves seeing the Cherub's Crossing because it is beautiful. It's made of just pure marble, shines brighter than most things in Avion, which is saying something. Every single step, the front facing, is carved in bas-relief of the grand history of the many victories the city of Aviel has achieved over various, moral qualms, like invading armies.
So who's been running around the city all day in full plate armor? Anyone? No? Just me?
It's just you.
Alright.
Want some water?
You said there were lifts or something going up this also?
How heavy are you?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know how heavy I am in the armor.
I got a couple questions. Yeah. One, can I scamper up this thing?
With climb speed?
I don't think I have climb speed.
I mean, you can always make your way up it. It's just it's real slow going.
Can I use acrobatics?
Yeah, I'll climb up it. My climb's high.
Okay. You guys want to
Yeah, I got some points to climb.
kind of take it at a run, sort of?
Yeah.
Roll it.
I run climb up it.
Run climb. I run climb 11 plus 3 good. 14 good.
14.
10 plus 8.
I mean, they're just run climbing up it too, right? The people we're chasing?
Can we see them? Can we
Good
see?
question. Why don't you roll a check?
Perception.
20.
18. We hooked it.
Man, 10.
Well, 20 plus whatever.
Suck.
So,
On perception, guess what? My second perception roll
It's 20.
is a 20. Guess what my first one was?
Is it 20?
It was a 20.
You seem annoyed by that, but
I am very annoyed because I'm gonna try to attempt, like, Demon Freddy Joe is gonna go. I'm Demon Freddy Joe, and here goes my big blast. And I'm like, I gotta roll to dodge 1, and it's gonna be like, wow, I'm glad that I looked good yesterday.
well, see, at that point, you're actually just succumbing to his hideous laughter aura, which is activated by saying, "My name is Freddy Joe," and then who's gonna take that? It's not your fault.
I got a 15.
Hideous Freddy Joe.
So,
Perception?
Do we see any trace of the
I got
So, like,
cornstarch covered person?
the crossing is normally just kind of covered in various groups. Like, the edges are specifically reserved for people who are trying to, like, take it very slow. Like the elderly, that's why the switchbacks are kind of cut the actual concourse itself, the staircase, is a solid like probably 200, 300 feet wide. It's, designed for as quickly as city travel can be made up it, kind of. So the far lanes on the edge are for those who are just like, no. But there's always somebody kind of doing something interesting in the middle. And there's a couple of just light, rock, it's not bouldering, I don't know. When we were at the Grand Canyon, some of the trails were marked, some light scrambling may be required. These people are scrambling lightly. And there's, right in the dead, it's just quicker and faster the closer you get to the middle, right? And so there's a couple of, the Kyrgyz team of most excellent excellence is out doing its thing, just kind of, burrowing its way up. But unusually, there is some just violence going on at the top, as what appears to be just kind of a ball of large oiled leather armor, muscle, and a warhammer just kind of fall uphill. They're just savagely climbing up and over, not really caring who's in their way. So most people are trying to move, but it's how you expect barbarian hordes to move.
So the fastest way is just straight up the staircase, if you can make it, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. I will attempt to scramble lightly.
I'm gonna do the same thing.
I think
I'm gonna
you
run
don't have
climb.
to, do you? You just go.
Oh yeah, but I want to do it. I want to run climbing style.
I think I rolled a 14 to scramble earlier.
Yeah,
Should I roll
you
again?
scramble at 14.
So there's a
You
climb
scramble at
check?
18. Yeah.
Okay.
I
it's not
16
terrible.
run climb.
My climb's actually alright.
You were
That's actually 21.
You use the momentum of your armor.
I want it to be noted.
I make a running start.
Yeah.
I want it to be
That's,
noted that there are definitely people watching who think you're cheating.
Botched.
Hopefully.
I don't know what's going on with the suit, but
better.
obviously he's something with the suit, because you're just you're just kind of high stepping all the way up.
I guess that's supposed to be my thing, is that I can move impressively in the
Yeah.
seemingly full suit of armor.
Am I allowed to roll this to acrobatics? Or is it climb?
You really need to climb.
Okay, 15.
So the rest of y'all make a good running tackle at it, and just everything
Like my
involved
high knee workout, and just
vertical movement. It's y'all are making it. Y'all are doing the. It's just it's each step is at least 2.5 feet tall.
we need a better way
That's
to
as
travel.
tall as I am.
Oh yeah, you are also good at scrambling though, so just kind of
How tall am I again? Pretty short. if I
and
remember.
y'all will all need to make another climb check.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh,
Another
all of us
climb
make another.
check.
Oh, that's better. 22.
Nice.
Second wind, second wind,
16,
which is
Exactly
actually
the
just
same.
means you get past the stupid
21.
gym bro Kyrgyz people. Take the lane.
16.
I
15 again.
13 style
All right.
now.
You were
21.
I'm just gonna do a rock symbol out of them just to mess with them.
on your left in my dust.
Yes, on your left.
You so you were doing a nice kind of and you kind of it's still the same thing, but it's more like a it's showing, but you're still putting in the effort, and that's what people respect. You missed that note because now you were doing it effortlessly, just kind of you kind of got the groove, and by that the actual grooves, you're kind of figuring out, just kind of whoop, whoop, whoop. You kind of just wiggle your way up. What did you roll?
16.
Okay, you are about the same, but you're still getting there.
But I make it look good.
Did he pass the other Kyrgyz people?
Yeah, I high five them as I go by.
They're totally up for that. They don't even necessarily check.
Kyrgyz.
I guess they wouldn't actually be. They're not I forget. Kyrgyz isn't competitive, right? So would they actually be
Say Kyrgyz. Who's
competitive?
Kyrgyz?
Or I mean,
The god that
they're
cursed me
encouraging of
wanted,
physical
wrestling and
prowess.
Yes,
Or
yes.
would they be taken? Would they be angry by people passing
Well,
them, or
so-
would they be what is their reaction? That's
Of
short
the different
version.
types of gym bro,
Yeah.
there is unnecessarily and frankly unwanted motivational gym bro. The get there, get on the elliptical, put on the episode of whatever you're watching, get going, and he's like, "Whoa, man, you can do it!" Yeah, I come here every day. Oh man, you were gonna get it? Yep, sure am. I'm also trying to sleep. That's Kyrgyz, bro. Always there for you. Always.
Not the worst.
Definitely not the worst. Definitely not the worst. Definitely on the scale though. So yeah, with various amounts of style and grace and public interaction, y'all make it to the top.
By a
I
couple.
should have rallied the Kyrgyz brothers to come help us.
Do we still see them?
Oh yeah, they've got. So what they've actually done is they made base camp
Oh.
in the middle of the 60-foot long staircase. It's not in the middle of the main lane, but they've kind of like they've sort of laid out a blanket across it, which isn't really helpful because they're not blankets don't really do that. But it kind of marks out the space, and they have a bunch of they just sort of like pour water into your mouth as you pass if you want.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, are they like
Yeah.
handing cups of Gatorade out? Like,
Yeah, man.
Not that I in any way regret that description, but I actually was referring to the people we were pursuing.
Right. Pronouns. Roll perception.
the people that you're pursuing are pouring water in people's mouths. It's like, what? Like, what did we miss?
Perception is 24.
All right.
Yes.
Should I as well perceive?
You might if you desire so.
Should I as well pursue?
Oh man. Jeez, Louise, that's my perception? Okay, 26.
Okay, alright. So, here's what y'all perceive. Y'all perceive a startlingly verdant garden oasis community, attractively laid out across what is a much more gently sloping hill above you. Actual, like, full trees, some, like, topiary, just, like, different sections of the sprawling park in front of you are in different, being made into different sort of styles, really.
It's like Central Park.
Well, it takes you a moment. No, wait, no. Those are estates. Each one has has a nice manor atop it. Some more humble than others, but it is a rather each one at least a little bit impressive. Over to the east and the west, as it gets closer to the plateau wall, it kind of compresses, and it's not really so much like sprawling estate manors. It's like a yard or something, but still, this is a welcome to Choir Loft.
Which level is this?
This is the 1, 2, 3, 4th.
Fourth from the bottom or from the top?
Churchyard is outside the gates. Cloister is the residential living just inside the gates. The Corona is the marketplace plaza spread across the middle of the city, and now y'all are right above that in Choir Loft,
Okay.
the other residential district of the city.
Just the fancy one.
Yes. You might simplify it as such, but obviously economic realities are hard to distill into such simple words.
Where the rich folk go.
Well, they go everywhere, and usually to belittle other. There are complexities. They will tell you there are complexities. Also notably absent, barbarians. They would definitely stand out, and you do not see them. Now, the actual district of Choir Loft ranges from. It's a full 75 feet in elevation between this and. Oh right, sorry, I did skip past this. This is all framed for you. Literally, like there's a shining rectangular viewfinder of Mithril. As you crest over the Cherub's crossing, and you
Like an archway kind of thing, or
it's actually
Is it like a mall directory?
it's like another set of walls, right? It's you have
You are here.
like there's the incredibly steep sides, right? And those are each topped with a wall, not as impressive as the city walls below, like a solid 10-foot wall, and there's a gap in that, and it is outlined in Mithril. This is the Mithril Gate. It lies atop Cherub's Crossing. Straightforward.
So we don't see any barbarians, so I asked the nearest person if they
Right.
saw any barbarians run by.
Yeah, so this is the thing. So up until now, there's been a main concourse, right?
You're right.
Which then turned into this hellish, wonderful urban park / gym meetup area that everybody loves, right here. And then there is still a way forward directly, but you're in the nice neighborhoods, right? Because the streets get windy. And this is the same. The main concourse now actually takes a specific sort of meander, like through a few of the more prominent areas. So you can't just see straight forward. However, you can still see because the whole thing also goes up. It's kind of like Lombard Street, I guess, like San Francisco. And then at the top, there is, in most classical presented, like, when you think, yes, the Golden Gate, but not the San Francisco one. Sorry, that was unnecessarily misleading. Just a gate made of gold, like an arched gate. It stands kind of as a backdrop to the district. That's where the main concourse eventually leads, and moving through the district will put you towards that, and then it branches off neighborhood style, east and west also.
Alright.
And you do not see anybody yet, but you were looking for somebody to ask.
Right. Look around.
Okay. So the first thing you see is a family.
A family?
A family. There is a very, very happy and proud Papa Elf and his lovely wife Elf, and they're two bright, shining, glorious specimens of uber mortality elf children. 3 or 4, on a blanket, just kind of enjoying the sun.
I walk up and take my hat off and say, "It's a pleasure to meet you, folks. Have y'all seen a band of ruffians?"
So the first thing that happened, you notice that they have no sign of seeing you up until you step on the grass. Then they are you're suddenly very interested in what you're doing. As you walk forward and take off your hat, they immediately the man walks forward. "No sir, we have no money. Please leave."
"Oh, I do not need your money.
I'm sure not. Then please leave."
I just want to ask a question. Have you seen any...
I'm going to have to ask you to ask. I need you to leave my lawn, please.
Okay, I'm gonna step up now and try to talk to them.
Pull up some spells here, some charm person.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna walk up, and I'm wearing my fancy hood civilian thing, and I'm gonna take off the hood, and I'm wearing really nice clothes. Okay, I'm gonna go okay, "Hello, good sir, madam. We would like to ask you a question. We saw some ne'er-do-wells walking through the neighborhood, and I just wanted to ask if you'd seen them go past.
We're the neighborhood watch.
We just want to make sure your streets are safe for your children."
Yeah.
Beautiful children, by the way.
The wife kind of leans forward. Pippa, I see you're. She kind of leans. "I see that you're out amongst the people. That's great. It's a good." She's very genuine about that because you have been at times known to kind of not interact so much with that whole not hearing the voice of your God or doing anything of His will, although it is expected of you, kind of deal. But so being out is good. "I see, but ma'am, surely you have to enforce the city ordinances just as well as anyone else."
Oh, I am capable of enforcing them just as well as anyone else.
And so at this point, she says, "Well, that's great." And you notice she's walked you back to the edge of the lawn, and y'all are standing on the main path.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what can I help you with?
Did you see a band of people wearing leather armor running quickly through this area?
And glancing back over at the two of y'all, just kind of sort of sitting at the top of the staircase, kind of woo, sweaty and half rat. And you, half there. We wouldn't take notice of such a thing. It's not we don't need to give them what they're looking for. If they had come through here, we would have very much not seen them that way.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that your afternoon was relatively undisturbed.
Yes,
good
fact.
Citizen. Please return to your picnic. Have a nice afternoon.
Thank you, and please, keep people off the grass.
Oh, I'm sorry. I see now that that's,
She's already gone.
Triggered.
I make a face at you, and then...
So that way? So I just start walking.
Yes. I point at the others.
I think we're in a hurry, too.
Yeah, we're just going to kind of jog off. I'm going to point and jog off that way.
I'm sprinting that way.
Yeah.
We're good. Which way? I'm just kind of bent over. Okay. Which way are we going? That way?
Mm-hmm.
That way.
All right.
I want to spend any time with these citizens.
You're very polite.
Everything's
Who
fine.
don't see things.
Yell back to the thank you for your assistance.
They gave way back cheerfully. It's fine. You're on the grass. So you kind of wind your way through the main concourse a little bit, and you reach a traffic roundabout. As a matter of fact, it's more like sort of an opening kind of into a parky kind of fountainy thing, and this is as far as she could have pointed. So now you're. But there is also a more major branch of the east-west concourse now that spreads out from this point, as well as continues snaking up towards the Golden Gate. You still see nobody, though.
Hey, Birdface, you want to climb up on one of these buildings again and see
I'm already doing it.
Alright.
Okay.
I'm going to use actual bird again.
Right. Rody didn't find
Literal
him.
I got
Birdface.
20
Wait, oh, do you want? Oh,
for
Are there any,
perception.
are there any
Things.
people? Are there any more people walking around?
There's actually tons of people walking around.
All right.
It is
you said there were no people. Oh,
not
now
say
there are
that. There are
people.
lots of
Oh.
people. It's like this is much more like a Central Park area.
Alright.
It's a beautiful, wonderful area, up nice, and technically public land as long as you stay on the public parts.
Let me start asking around. If anybody's seen
I-
a big group of mercenaries run by.
You want to give me either knowledge local or diplomacy as for gathering information?
Yeah, I wanna
By
do-
the way, it should be noted,
My diplomacy, yeah.
you live here. This is your district.
We're in East Allentown?
Well, this is your East Allentown away from East Allentown.
Right, okay.
Specifically,
This is where you cheated your way
you are
into multiple
somewhere
places.
Yeah.
in one of the three houses at the back of the lane far to the west.
Oh, okay.
You always kind of forget which one, but it doesn't seem to have made a difference as long as you kind of jovially enough, cousin, and go into one of the rooms, but that's where you currently are.
Okay.
That changes on a basically visit by visit stance.
So, I'll use my diplomacy to ask around.
Okay. So you're asking, and then there's a you see a building. It's a nice kind of, we would call it neoclassical, very kind of plantation styling, nice fluted columns, big sort of blocky structure. Yeah, you just take a jog at it, start sprinting up, and everybody's like, "Oh my!" You are now Spider-Man in the video games, and you are doing literally anything. People are like, "The menace!" And then there's a so you better get down. You know they'll come. And then you're already over to the top edge.
I should remember all the Assassin's Creed lines.
Yeah. Never seen a crazier man.
What is he doing?
Okay, so did you roll perception?
Sure.
That.
Oh, I thought the 20
It's
was
a
on
20.
perception.
Can I take that?
What is the number?
It's 20.
20.
Sure.
It's 20.
I hope you guys enjoy
That's
these.
20. That's 31. Because it's
Gotcha.
plus 9
Wow.
plus
I
2.
can see everything.
Oh my god.
Not
What
at
was
price.
that?
Not at that price. So you've been asking around.
Yeah.
You're like, hey guys, hey, yeah, over there, yeah, and barbarians. You go, oh, so there's a distinct kind of like. So this is exactly what like say the Riverwalk is like, right? Which is to say, everyone here is not from here.
Oh.
This is a public place, and everybody here is enjoying it, and for that reason, they're all pretty nice and helpful. Occasionally, you'll find somebody who is from here, and you can tell because they just like say, I don't," and they just immediately like walk off back onto the grass somewhere and off onto their private parks or something. But everybody who is very carefully staying inside the public boundaries are like, oh yeah, it was crazy. I loved it. It was great. You know, if it was like maybe they're trying to catch up to a parade. Or, you know, it's great here. But they seem to have ventured off towards the east.
That's what they tell me?
Yes.
Okay.
Ventured off towards the east, and they like there was some snaking. They there was a lot of scandals. They cut through not only some grass, but just cut across somebody's garden. Which even that's just not cool anyway. So speaking of not cool, you get a 31 perception check view of somebody's crossbow sticking into your stomach as you get up over the lip of this this building.
Oh.
Now, sir,
So high.
it is my ability, but not necessarily mandatory direction to inform you. You are in a prohibited area. Please keep off the grass. Not to mention people's property, sir.
It's daylight right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we're just out in broad daylight.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna need you to get off this roof and never get on anybody else's roof again, sir, if you don't have the permission. Is that clear?
Is there grass on the roof?
There isn't.
Okay. Is the roof
Lawyer
named
of Jeffrey.
grass?
Loitering. Not even once.
That was a goofy laugh.
The correct answer is to leave.
I know, but then I lose,
Do you,
and I am not all right.
He only
with
goes
losing.
forward.
would you prefer to lose or lose your life?
What do you
Kill
got for...
him.
What
Kill
do you
him.
have as deeds? What can you use all that grit for?
A sweet backflip into 2 shattered ankles.
The
Okay,
correct
so-
answer, as I recall, is to leave, climb up on the roof in a slightly different place, hide in a weird little like gondola thing until he passes by, and then yank him into it.
No.
That's
Yes.
taking too long.
The
I'm trying to
gondola
catch these guys.
approach.
Here's the roof, right? Guard.
Ask him.
You.
Right.
Say, hey,
Yeah, my charisma's not good enough for talking to anybody.
Why you're so
Sometimes.
often on
There's
the
a
roof.
reason he puts on a
You just
porcelain
need
bird
to
mask.
talk.
Yeah.
yell at me.
By the way,
Don't
are
talk
you
to
hood
me.
up or down right now?
Huh?
Are you hood up or hood down?
Oh wait, I'm full disguise. Right. Yeah. Ugh! Yes, I'm. Get down. I go. I'm sorry, sir. I had no clue.
Nice.
Superheroes.
I didn't know I couldn't.
That's the right answer.
I know. And
It's-
I'm mad about taking it.
You.
Sometimes. you
So
gotta
I
be
Spider-Man
smart.
down.
It's worth noting he disapproves. Just because he can. You weren't getting out of that one. Hey, like, as you get down onto the main drive, you have a good day, sir. Over there. Seems like staring at the rooftop to kind of like.
Wait, do I see this crossbow guy?
Terrible.
Yeah, he's now visible to all of y'all because he's standing on the edge.
Can I call up to him? Excuse me, crossbow man.
Uh huh.
Have you seen a bunch of guys in like leather armor run? Wait, this is. Excuse me, crossbow man. Have you seen a bunch of dudes running around chasing a guy, walking through a bunch of lawns, causing ruckus?
Yes, I have.
Do you know which way they went? We're trying to.
Let me tell you. If you want to check in with our guard station east, I think they have the report.
Thank you very much for the information.
He's still staring directly at you.
Where is Guard Station East?
Well, ma'am, if you start central and you head the way that isn't west, you'll get there.
What does it look like?
Oh well, okay, all right. It's a building, ma'am. But instead of having a front door, it has a sign that says Guard Station East.
How do you get in if there's no door?
Ma'am, you were trying my patience on purpose, I do believe.
Look, we're not trying to look for extra paperwork or anything here. I'm asking you if you've seen anything run by this area.
All right, okay. Yes. In fact, you're not the first person I have had to stare down, but it's the first time it worked. Yes, all the way down the Eastern Concourse. Some hooligan thought he was going to go streaking through the choir loft like that's unacceptable behavior, and his friends were cheering along behind him, or something, and they... That one.
I go that way.
Excellent. Thank you
I
for your
sprint that way,
service.
avoiding grass.
Good job.
I too
I thank him and
avoid
follow.
the grass. And thank him.
Do you thank him for his service to your quest,
But I do.
Jeffrey?
I step on the grass and then run away.
I bend down, pick up a fistful of grass, chew it, spit it out, and run
Oh,
away.
gross.
I don't do that.
Like, sir, and he like tries to pull
Not
his
gonna roll the trash can there.
pull up his crossbow, but it's like kind of caught up in all the straps and things. Like it's like, so you. Alright. So
Roof police, they're everywhere.
It's my worst enemy.
Roof police.
I'm so glad you decided to do the talk. I was afraid that we was going to notice my carefully placed homage,
Wait, what?
my subtle ever so slightly reminiscent cultural trope of climbing onto a rope and getting shot by guards. Y'all continue along the eastern concourse, and it does in fact branch into a small, much like the first plaza, but smaller, with a all sort of basic stonework building that says Guard Station East on it. As you go along this way, you see there's been a lot more ruckus. Like, people are pretty excited. They're talking about something that's gone down, and kind of excitedly whispering amongst themselves.
Does Guard Station East have like one of those little like ticket booth things where you can go up and talk to a policeman?
Alas, they have not the technology.
Oh.
It is built on a government budget of apparently being imported from an Oklahoman army base. It's just like it's like just stacked rocks, and they didn't stack rocks where the door goes, and they put a door in it.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Is there a policeman outside?
You actually have to go in, and it would be or maybe you can knock. You're not really sure protocol there.
Okay, I knock.
They answer. Yes, sir, citizen. How can we help you today? It looks exactly like the other guy, probably. Just maybe a bit shorter, a little bit round. He's just sort of rooftop guard shaped.
Excuse me. We're looking for a guy being chased by a bunch of guys in leather armor. They apparently ran through here. Do you know which way they went?
I'm sorry, I have to ask you. Do you know anything about that?
I just know that they're causing a lot of ruckus.
They sure are. Yes, sir. You don't know him?
I don't know the guys in leather breaking stalls, and we've been following them from the market district.
Well, you can rest easy knowing that we have apprehended them. It's all good.
Oh, wonderful.
How many of them have you apprehended?
I mean, you can check with the file once it's released.
How long will that be?
Usual turnaround is somewhere on good weeks. We get it out in 3 or 4 days. Bad weeks, well, there's some still backed up from it.
Look, we're working for the city
decades.
here. This information's kind of important.
Please contact your city liaison, and I'm sure they can get you a report much quicker.
Aren't you like part of the government or something? Do something.
I am part of the government. I take off my hood. I'm here on official business.
Government!
I'm a bureaucrat. Does my authority hold sway here? I'm talking to the DM. Not to my authority does.
Does that count as intimidating?
I call forth loyal aid from my people and my community.
Remember, here's actually one up. Remember.
What?
That's it. Like, I know, like, this seems exactly like how you use that, but you got note cards. Exactly.
Like the people who. So I need to go find a scribe.
Well,
Is it specifically scribes?
It's delineated by district. You have the course.
Okay.
Chalmwell gets this area once he has renown. I don't know if you ever know or not. Anyways, he kind of like is blown back by the force of your halo.
Uh-huh.
Pippa. My, I guess you are a city liaison, huh?
Yes.
Well, let me go check and see what I can do with that report.
Thank you. I appreciate your service.
Yeah.
What? I know you, Pippa. Why don't you just talk to them?
Sometimes I like to keep a subtle profile.
I see that.
I'm gonna push past into the building.
I'm gonna talk to people outside. Like
Inside the building?
Just people.
So what you have inside is...
No, not inside, outside.
Oh, inside. Okay, what are you talking about?
Just like, hey, you know what happened?
Yeah, they know what happened. It's a thing that happened, and you're all mumbling.
Like, just like...
It's kind of mumbled. All right, so...
What do I see inside?
This is perhaps the most pristine and like strictly by the book, like scientifically valuable specimen of a tax office you've ever seen. Every single surface is clean except for a well-ordered stack of folders.
Such adventure.
Folios, well-maintained. There are
Got all dressed up today.
paperwork, a bunch of files over cabinets in the corner. There's a man who's sorting, another who is in the other direction writing. Looks like they got a system. And your guy at the door, like, okay, all right.
I would like to try some kind of intimidation.
Yes, sure.
All right. All the desk monkeys in here. We have been chasing down a criminal and other criminals chasing him or something for several hours. I'm in very hot armor. I've climbed a lot of stairs. Point me in the direction of the person I'm looking for, please.
First person turns around like, Hey, bro, you guys have a badge.
I am his badge.
Yeah.
Take off hood.
Again. I would go back up. Did it reset itself?
I put it back.
Go ahead and roll an intimidate check for
Okay.
it. Just while you're at it.
All the best intimidate checks involve the word please.
Actually,
Do I do this too?
When you can just say the word please and it works, that's your best intimidate check. That is the sword to the throat. Please.
11. Can she assist?
Can I?
Yes.
Can I get,
You know what? Here, go ahead and just take advantage on it.
Okay. 11 as a base roll, which is 17 total.
Okay, 17 is higher than the static save of a government employee salary. Like, okay, all right, okay, whoa, okay. First off, let me say, I believe you. But, come on, you gotta have some sort of badge or something. You need like a thing.
Look, the options are point to a door, or I kick all of them in succession.
Okay, hold on. He's like going through, like he's.
haven't we been over this already?
Yes, Pippa, you are a badge, but he's not always gonna have. Well, I don't know. I
I mean,
don't know like Pippa.
we are going off my authority here. He is with
All
me.
right. I at no point he's like going. He's doing this while expertly flicking through.
This is
different
why I hate your
folios.
part of the city.
Like, I want it to be made clear for the record and the two other public government officials in this room that at no point did I fail to comply or suggest that I would not comply, and in fact have been complying very thoroughly.
Well, we appreciate your compliance,
Comply
sir.
faster.
We
Compliance
appreciate
faster.
your speedy compliance.
Compilation.
He pulls out a piece of parchment that has had some arrest notes scratched on it.
Compliance?
Complicity.
Complicity.
That's different.
Oh.
You do not want to accuse government employees of complicity with
Compliment.
progress or crimes.
I compliment.
So you have a parchment now that has the basic rundown of there was a man and he ran all the way through Aviel, causing havoc, mayhem, and general distress, and then he ran into our guard booth, and we caught him. It doesn't say that. What it says is more like the alleged perpetrator arrested his momentum on account of our building. But it seems, after which we performed our responsibilities with grace, tact, and ease, arresting him both in terms of movement and also captivity. But it would appear that he ran into the building and they grabbed him. Also, the barbarians. That's like a whole other paragraph, which it seems to sum up as we had alchemical stun gas.
Nice. I wish I had alchemical stone gas.
Does it say where they are? Like, I mean, do I know? Can I like where does it look like they were? Is there a holding area or?
Yes. Okay. So this was filed just recent, so they're probably still in transit. I would suggest the holding cells. Yes, sir. That's a good guess. They probably haven't been made official in the. Yeah, they're probably. I would guess east.
This just happened, right? Like
Yeah,
a few
yeah.
minutes ago.
Could
We
you,
weren't that far behind them.
could you escort us to the holding cells with haste?
What kind of government is this? How do you work fast on only that one
Well,
specific thing?
when it's amazing the response time you get in a well-guarded neighborhood. They also actually it should be known, managed to get up and over and above the Cherub crossing, like significantly quicker than y'all did.
Mm-hmm.
It was a real cool thing to see if you all had, but you didn't because that was kind of the whole deal. Anyway, they made up a lot of time there, so. Yes, we would be transitioning them towards the city municipal channels, which you can probably reach from our eastern gate along the plateau wall. Probably.
Could you escort us?
Why, I sure could, Miss Acolyte. I sure could. This is not how he wanted his day to go. His day had nothing in it.
Do you have an enthusiastic member of the department who would like to escort us who needs exercise periodically?
No, ma'am. I assure you all, we all keep an even and calm work face around here.
Hey, is anyone bored?
Yeah. They're also actually still kind of like, I mean, their response to your intimidate check was, "Wow, I'm so glad you pointed at that guy."
There's no like Andy Samberg here, like, please.
Today, and wacky Abiel police criminals. Y'all, like, how are you making fun of it like there's a sitcom going on when y'all just you are Andy Samberg.
No, I'm not.
Anyway.
No.
I mean, they could just.
So, y'all are being basically just walking in the same direction y'all were, but now with a guy who clearly doesn't want to be there, being forced to.
Okay. Well, thank you for your help.
Wait, so this guy's apprehended, or by the police. Did we do our job? Kind of. We rescued him. He's now in safe custody, right?
Well, he was
You want to
always
make an intelligence
arrested.
check to figure out exactly what it is that's.
Sure. I'm forgetting exactly what our mission was.
That's fair.
Good 8.
Yeah, you guys mean.
And no one's smart.
So the
Are
deal
you
is.
smart?
I am smart. I just rolled low.
I don't know.
Wasn't paying attention.
Am I smart? I didn't hear that entire
I'm not
conversation.
smart.
Yeah, what are we doing?
The guy is important to the government, but they can't say that. They can't get him out of whoever's holding him because it's not their. They don't want to give him up because he's valuable. But they also can't spring him because they can't really act against these people officially, and also they can't acknowledge that they need him. If he is in a prison cell, they will never touch him or look at him, and he will.
Do I remember what we were like? Were we supposed to just deliver him to? Like, is he where he's supposed to go? Basically now.
Y'all were supposed to
or-
bring him back to the Aegis,
Ah, okay.
which I mean.
The government having him isn't helpful because they're
Well,
just gonna-
the government has him, but the government cannot confirm that they have a person that they are interested in at all.
Mhm.
In fact, to acknowledge such a person in any way would be terrible. So they have to bring him literally inside a secret base statue.
Okay. I guess we still have to go get
So our
him.
job isn't done.
Okay.
It can be.
No.
Will we get paid?
Probably no.
This is the new friend we have to bring back to our secret base inside the statue's leg or whatever.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Shield.
Like,
Oh,
Aegis.
it's in the shield.
It's the Aegis. It's called the Aegis.
leg shield.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just picturing like a giant dude, but you're right.
It's actually a very large, it's a 100-foot tall statue of a knight who prominently holds a shield directly across from the opposing statue of a knight holding on a sword, the Ensis.
But we're only inside the shield part?
The shield part is the main like war room place. That's the large like breadth of space is provided by the shield. But there's an armory in the arm
Oh.
kitchen, and the other arm from like right above the knees down is all bunks.
Okay, for some reason I was very specifically picturing us in the calf.
Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, so I guess we go on to the next level of government passing the buck and
You have
see what's up there.
as
It's like bureaucracy the game.
I know. Where's freaking Leslie Knope? I need Leslie Knope.
so there's a as you
I guess
Why did
I'm
our
actually-
superhero slowly degrade into bureaucratic
I guess
incompetence?
I am Leslie Knope. in this
It's not that slow. I have to say, I managed to pick the scenic learn what Aviel is like quest first.
Oh.
Now you know. So there's kind of a
Yeah.
What?
you see
I don't
You just
respond to
responded.
whispering voices in my head.
so there's as you pass by, there's like casually leaning up against one of these attractive, expensive pillars on the lawn. There's a the most precisely, sharply dressed, like purposefully to an absolute like image of perfection dweeb of an elf sitting there. Like the most expensive dweeb. I hear you're looking for information.
Is he like nobleman?
Oh yeah. He's standing on the grass.
Can I use my knowledge of nobility to see who he is?
Yeah, go for it. Or knowledge local, even if that's higher, because
My nobility is higher.
this is your area.
My locals is nothing. 14? 14
That's
plus 5? 19.
You roll 19?
Mhm.
You know, you're pretty sure you've heard something about this guy around. But it's kind of one of those things like you were busy looking for other things like money, and he wasn't giving it to you.
Mm.
Right, so. But you know that this guy is a guy that people know about for reasons.
Good reasons or bad? Does he have a good reputation or a bad reputation?
You don't like to force those distinctions a lot.
He has a chaotic neutral reputation.
There.
So what y'all doing?
We know where he
I
is.
guess I'll go talk to. I'm
he
gonna
said,
go talk
hey,
to this
so
dude too.
What up, dude?
So,
I'm also on team interrogation.
it seems to me, if I got something right, y'all are something to do with that business earlier, and it looks to me like y'all are taking the Albiel Express all the way there, huh? Last stop of the night, 3 hours on.
What business is it of yours?
I might know a quicker way. Might know a quicker way.
What is this way of which you speak?
How many
good
limbs will I
sir?
lose?
Oh, well, sir, it's a very nice route. He's kind of ignoring that. If you want to know, I can tell you, but I need something.
What is it you need?
Well, I don't need something. I want to welcome somebody new into our neighborhood. I'd like your help.
Who is this person you would like to welcome?
Well, I should introduce myself. Here, would you like to just take a seat on my lawn?
Oh.
Yeah, I am
Did the rest of us notice, or are we still just following this other
It's
guy?
kind of up to y'all. Everybody noticed, and then you can sort of, at your leisure, choose to ignore. The invitation is open to all of you. Thanks,
Okay.
Grass.
Is the other guy still, like, who is this?
What?
Escort still with us?
The escort notices y'all stopped and he goes, alright, yeah, alright. And he just like sits down.
Alright.
Like, okay. He's guarding something. He can put it down something. He was guarding something in the report. Nobody's gonna check that. He's pretty sure. He's done it before, and he only got caught once, and luckily, the guy who caught him had done it twice the same week, so he's on good footing. But you don't know any of that because that's literally all he thinks about all day long. That's his life. So, the man you're talking to, the large, spindly, dweeby elf. I am Natherick Nibbin, at your service. You may have heard me. I like to welcome new people to the area. I try to be the people you know so that you know people, right? And I know a people, and I would like you to send my messages to him.
Who is your people, Natherick Nibbin?
Just over to the west lawn, we have had a property that was up for a while be purchased by one. He checks his thumbs through. Very. Let's see. No. There you go. Yes, by one Mr. Vask Flexico. Vask Flexico, I believe, has purchased the property. Vask Flexico. And I would like you to send my message to him.
I will consider doing this thing.
Yes.
What is the message you would like to send to Vask?
One of us could send a message while the rest of us go wherever you're about to send us.
Yeah.
The message is, your kind are not welcome here, and please leave before I am forced to do so through other means.
That's not very nice.
Who's fast?
I'm fast.
You're also great at delivering this kind of message.
Yeah, I'm not going to deliver that message.
I have
That's
the
mean.
spell message.
I'll deliver it.
Can I use the spell message?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Alright. That works too.
I would like to deliver the message to Vask, but slightly different than Natherick said, but not that much different.
Please draw the line you are drawing. Please describe the line you're drawing here.
Certain people in this neighborhood don't like the fact that you're here.
Right. Okay.
That's what I would like to say.
The dweeb said get out.
I'd rather...
Watch out.
Wait, what's gonna happen? Is there like a little piece of paper gonna appear with that written on it?
It's
or
actually
something?
they just hear it in their ear. It's like,
I'm not sure that's gonna get the point across. That might make him really paranoid for a while though.
yeah. So you send that off. Do you also rope in Natherick so you can hear it, or no?
No.
This is something really nice. Like, welcome to the neighborhood. You enjoy your stay.
Yeah. But we like you. Enjoy your stay. But watch out for creepy people.
And so you just heard Natherick kind of standing there like, would you take my message?
Yes.
Okay. Well, please go and return to me with his response, please.
I have sent it through magical means already, since I am a sorceress.
I don't believe you.
How can I prove it to you?
I believe his response will prove that you've sent it quite effectively. But hey, I just know the secrets were good.
Okay, I would like to use message once more on now I would like to use it on Natharic, and I would like to send the message from Vask. I am leaving now. Love, Vask.
That is not how that works.
Why not?
That is like receiving a text from Rachel that says, "This is Vask. I have left and am not Rachel."
Can I try it?
Can I walk just around the corner and then walk right back and bluff and say that I delivered the message?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Seems reasonable.
Okay.
So as you round the corner, you see something. It is also impeccably dressed. Talking like pants cut just the right length, the shiniest shoes, like a vest that is like so attractively cut over the burgeoning lumps of muscle that just mound on top of mound of this half-orc streaming down the side road. And he's walking towards you with a quick, determined stride.
I step to the side to see if he's still walking towards me.
He's not. He walks right past you.
Okay.
Oh dear.
And you see, as you like, Mr. Flexico, how's your day been?
Oh.
This it, Natharic. I am done with you. I am done with you trying to intimidate my family. I'm just trying to live here. Okay? I bought the place. I get to keep it. I have no idea what you mean. Look, I will call harassment. The bricks through the window, it's expensive windows. Natharic is just, I couldn't possibly know. I thought it's supposed to be a welcoming city. Just sort of like wags a finger but doesn't step on the grass and keeps going.
Natharic, how could you? Oh my goodness.
Hey, is the half-orc guy is the thing? He's the one that gets the
Flexico.
thing?
Vast Flexico.
I am a coupon.
What a racist.
He's really not like paying attention to anything. She's like doing this whole like, no, but you try. Turns back.
Once he's done being frustrated, I hand him a coupon.
My friends, I thank you so greatly for your service. I do believe if you need anything else in this district, and you can come to me, I will help you. That's my gift to you. Along with this, what you wanted. They're being held at this house. And he kind of like writes down an address. That's where you'll find your guy. Temporary holding cell.
Alright.
Thank you.
I take it and I go.
Do you have any information on the holding cell? Any guards?
Yeah, it's not guarded. Well, it's just guarded. It's somebody's house. It's when we said we, meaning your Abiel friend there, he was apprehended by official forces. What they actually meant was the local neighborhood watch got a hold of him and are holding them in their citizens' arrest chamber.
Okay.
Where's the...
So they're citizens?
Oh yeah, they bought property here.
So we can tell bureaucrat man to go home, right?
He would love that.
Go home.
Come home. Yeah.
I hand him a coupon.
That he does appreciate. That is, oh man, yeah, he's at least the next 3 days working here. He's thinking how I keep going, whether or not he uses it.
And he forgets about it on the fourth day.
What?
He
Okay.
gets stuck under his desk.
Yes, okay, he forgets about it.
So you'll take it through, and it's not really going towards the eastern plateau. What would have taken you away, of course. Presumably they would have told you to meet with their unofficial representative, their official neighborhood representatives here eventually. But it's actually just down the road and around the corner, and you see what's the medieval fantasy term for frat house?
A guild.
Fraternity.
A guild, yeah.
Yeah.
Perhaps so.
Swole guild.
Which is
Oh God.
Clearly a meeting place for like-minded members to indulge in what they like and do so in the presence of their community that they sometimes aid with their presence and occasionally hold people hostage in.
Hall. Guild Hall.
Guild Hall,
Is
yeah.
the building, yeah.
That's right there. It has choir loft, acquisitions, management, and security very nicely engraved across
I'm
the
gonna
top.
march up and bang on the door.
Kind of, there is no response.
I'm gonna bang on the door hard enough that maybe it moves a little bit.
You can make that exact roll.
Okay.
Isn't there?
No.
I really, really do not believe that you missed the door.
Doors.
What did you roll?
11.
That's enough. It's all right.
12 if I'm using my gauntlets, I guess.
There you go.
Okay.
You managed to get a nice solid, like, splintery crack through the door. You can roll damage on it.
Roll to hit the door.
Still not
Oh,
really
no.
like I'm actually just trying to knock loud enough that it gets their
This
attention.
is basically, like, the way it works at hitting objects is they have hardness, which is sort of like damage reduction, so there's
Right.
just, like, you can always hit them, it just doesn't do much unless you're hitting hard enough.
7.
Like that. Doesn't really actually splinter after all. They're pretty nice doors. Somebody paid a lot of money for these doors.
Right, they would have nice doors, I guess.
Oh.
But it is loud and not going and echoing, and still nobody answers.
Yeah. Is there a window?
Yeah, there's windows.
Is there a lock
On which what?
on the door, not the window? Why would I unlock a window?
I knock on one of the windows with my entire body at once.
Oh my gosh.
Come on. You know, I could probably open this
So
door.
you break in
The door
through
is
window.
locked.
Can I open the door? Am I a door opener?
I am losing my
Disabled device.
patience.
Can we look in the window
You may-
first before we start?
No, he already says go.
I do have disabled device.
Make an acrobatics check, sir.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Oh gosh.
There's more than one way to disable a device.
20 plus 5. 25.
Oh darn.
Won't open the door. Won't tell me where the thing is. Just kind of
We should both
like do
disable.
like the whole like
I am fed up.
you like just aerial through the window.
Mine is 8.
Can I 3-point landing on the other side?
You have to do an extra half roll, but yes.
Okay.
Like, boom, boom. And you are greeted with it's just sort of a large open hall. There's kind of back. There's 2 rooms off to the sides, presumably some sort of bedroom, and then they have a nice sort of like meeting halls set up. And currently they're meeting there. And by they I mean 8, 9, 10, 11 different established members of the community. Basically, like, homeowners ranging in age from about 45 up to there's like a 75-year-old guy standing in the back, and they have tied up on the table your prisoner.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I very casually stand up and go, that's mine.
Is it now, sir? Sir, I presume you are a member of the Watch, perhaps?
Yes.
I was gonna say that actually. Huh. You aren't. You aren't. And we, the Watch, have taken custody of the suspect, which, as is granted by the delegated powers of the Avalian government to local communities, our right to do.
Well, as granted by the magical golden-armed lady, what was her name? Excelsior, right. Excelsior sent me to come get this guy and drag him back, and I've been trying to do that for hours.
Now, see, if you are from a different para-delegation of the Avalian government, we have interdepartmental contacts you can go through. But sir, your authority does not supersede ours. It comes from the same place, the same level. Nothing to be done.
Alright, look. I've had a very long day, and I'm reaching about the point where authority's not really looking to be that much of a threat to me right now, and I've got
We'll
about
report that to your manager.
5 other guys outside.
No, 10. 10.
I've got a collection of other people outside that are about as scary and angry as I am.
20.
Okay.
Would you like to have some kind of a showdown over this, or can I just drag this man out?
They sort of like all look at each other and kind of start mumbling together, saying,
I came through the window. I'm not in a door-using, rule-following kind of mood.
"Sir, we think it is best for you to know that you may, if you wish, remove the man from the premises. However, as we have already posted public information about his trial and his crimes, and the date and where that will happen, if you are seen removing him and thus taking him away from the trial, you will be obstructing not only our justice, but his. And the public will know."
I'll disguise him.
I'm crawling through the window. What is taking so long?
Good point. I grab him.
The trial is next door, sir. We're about to start.
Okay. I want to go through the window too.
I open the door.
It's locked.
Can I
Nice
unlock the door?
You're gonna roll disable device.
The door's already, the window's already broken.
Can I unlock the door?
Are these guys making any actual motion to stop me?
No.
Okay, can I go back out the window with the guy?
I would like to see this.
Let's go out the door. Let's try using the door.
4 plus 8.
No, you may not.
Okay.
That's fine.
Can
It says no.
That's fine. I like put a thing and it's like, nah. I'm like, okay.
So you
The log just.
Wait, what was your disable device?
8.
Can I roll?
Yeah, if you want to. I mean, it's up to you, man. That's a 4. That's the same thing.
Dang it.
like, you try unlocking? Yeah, it said no. Did it sound?
There's just like a little like paper feed, like a deli counter. Just
I have an idea.
Yes.
Okay, everyone jump out the window, and then I'll cast glitter dust,
Sounds
and then
good.
blind them all. Okay.
Do it. If
Alright.
you have any issues, just look up Silverback in the address book, and then I jump out the window
Okay.
with the guy.
Okay. Everybody jump. Okay, and then I'll cast glitter dust
Where do you cast glitter dust?
at the men who aren't us.
Just through the
As
window.
I jump out the window,
Glitter.
and I'm the last person.
Got a 20. Good job, him.
Oh my god.
he just blinks coincidentally.
I'm used to this.
It's like glass contacts.
You hear several like, is that necessary? And you hear
Here's
one sort
part down so much.
my hip! Oh my god!
Oh
My leg.
Definitely the sound of a 75-year-old man's hip breaking as he tries to dodge out of a cloud of glitter dust that serves no purpose other than apparently to wound the senior citizen.
Wow.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, remember we all have masks. It's okay.
I'm gonna have to do penance with that. Is that what I'm saying?
Did you ever put yours back up?
Yes. I always have the hood on unless I take it off.
Okay.
Fair enough.
That's why I have to be
Good
like,
job,
can
yeah.
I take my hood off?
Good logic right there.
Yeah.
I always have my pants on unless I take them off. Yeah.
I
And
definitely
walk.
assume that. Yes. So you watch out, and in fact, there is a crowd gathered outside on the steps of this hall.
Oh god.
Wait, hold on, wait. You see the guy? Yes,
Was they
guys,
there
go
before? Did they
We
just
were
show
at
up
the
while we were?
window.
They kind of followed along
Oh.
with y'all, basically. It was, yep, this is, y'all happen to approach at trial time, so
Oh.
you're removing the suspect from his trial, and they know because they see you go, hey, are
Do you have any more
are you the
glitter?
bailiff, sir?
Do I
Yes.
have more glitter?
Well, then please step this way to the temple.
Oh, can I use perform?
Yes.
I want to perform.
Not gonna lie.
I want to perform, and I want to say this man needs urgent medical attention. He's got a case of
What was the one you called earlier?
What was it?
Narfex.
Narfex poison.
Narflex or something.
Narflex. He's got a case of Narflex and needs to be quarantined immediately. There's no time for the trial.
Okay, this is a bluff, not a perform.
Okay.
Unless you're Chomwell.
Sing a song about how deadly Narflex is.
Please do.
You actually could with your inspired competence. Like,
well.
it's the jump the
deadly,
pit.
Can I take that roll?
bad.
Yeah,
I knew a man and he done puked.
Always wash your hands, but not too hard to rub them in.
Can I take that roll? I accidentally rolled into the couch.
I just get like a spoon.
It's like a PSA.
I got the same roll. Okay.
What was it?
Okay, 23.
Objective.
You have bluff ability or buffing abilities as a bard, by the way.
I do.
Yeah.
Which doesn't necessarily have to be playing. You could just be like, I guess performance for lying is like just being part of the crowd. Like, I've heard of that.
It's deadly.
My
Evacuate.
brother had it briefly. He's better. He didn't die from that. Here's the one guy, actually the same guy who's in the Bright Spear Inn, the same priest. Like, tell you, man, Narthexes. I've heard about Narthex. But the rest of the crowd isn't particularly buying it. They're kind of like, I don't know.
All right. And while this is going on, I've disguised myself as a doctor, and I walk out and say, "This man needs medical attention now."
Nobody's really trying to do that. You didn't,
Quick!
No,
That'd
well,
be-
I believe.
I got one of those big nose things on with a mask.
Wait, I already have one of this.
Like, so the crowd is not willing to get any closer than they are, but they're not getting any farther either. They're sort of staying there.
He's
Like,
gonna follow us like as we walk.
no, they stay right there on the steps. Like, Narflefax? He's like, I just want to check in later about the Narflefax. Is that what you said?
No facts.
Now, checking in.
Stay away from him.
Narthex.
Stay away. I start running. You're holding it
Yeah.
right now, right? Quick, let's go. I start.
Yes, ma'am.
Can we start running forward?
It's the one guy who's been being our generous heckler, so I don't have to heckle as 20 people. His lieutenant heckler said, "I want you to know I'm filing a report."
Please let it be a medical report.
And
Go to hell.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, you successfully carried the prisoner.
You're
acting prisoner away.
We got him.
Yeah.
Yes!
Nothing strikes again.
That was way too much work.
That's gonna be your excuse for like literally like we're fighting some giant demon. Demon, no, step
I
away.
want you all to know you subverted the last 2 steps of the quest.
Please tell me it wasn't a trial.
It wasn't even hard. I just grabbed
It
it.
wasn't a trial.
Why did we do that?
I'm
from the
glad that
beginning?
we subverted it. I'm tired of
I was
bureaucracy.
going to have one of y'all be lawyer. It was great. I had this whole thing.
Sorry.
Unless
I'll repurpose this. Don't worry.
Ian, unless there was a shop within about 30 minutes of walking that sold rat-sized tuxedos, lawyer outfits.
Which one is the market district?
Now,
That's actually the name of
I'm
the
not
shop.
saying that there is, but I haven't checked every store yet, so check back later.
The market
what-
district is the Corona,
the
right?
Corona, that's right.
My
Okay.
Corona.
I'm going to, just in the interest of time, I'm going to find the quickest way down to the next one, which is probably using my new perfect fall and make my way to the bar in the market district that leads to the Aegis and bring it back.
Indeed, you are looking for. You're not sure which one, but you
Oh
can,
right, good point. I don't know which way. That is.
You actually you're the brand on your palm plugs at it.
Can I use knowledge bar?
It's like you just kind of like.
Oh right,
know-
we got like a brand thing. I forgot.
Right. It just sort of like when you. It does
Probably
hot cold.
Probably a good time for a break now.
Yeah.
It is a good time for a break, but first I want to see which bar it goes to. You're in the Corona, so. Yes, it is the. What? I need to rewrite this thing.
Anyway, thanks for watching. While Ian looked this up.
Right, that's it. It's a tavern known as the Bald Man's Oath.
All right, I'll mark that down. You want to lead us out?
All right, this has been I like that. This is great. I'll just keep going. Too.
Have Joey provide our soundtrack. We don't need background music.
Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are watching live, stick around. There is more to come. If you are watching on our second channel, keep watching because there's more to come. If you're watching after we post it on a Wednesday, wait till next Wednesday, unless it's already out. But if it's not yet, wait till next Wednesday and you can watch more with us. This has been Altered Egos, part 2 of Astray from the Flock. We hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah. Thanks for joining.
Bye.
All right. For everybody still in the stream, we're gonna take a break, and we will be back in like 15, 20 minutes maybe.
That sounds great.
So that way anybody watching can also go take a break for a bit.
Get some food.
Probably what I'm going to do actually is stop and restart the stream, so don't actually leave, but it's going to say we're offline for a bit, and then I'll bring it back
Oh yeah,
in
we're gonna fix the resolution.
the appropriate resolution, because I don't know why I did that.
Punch Jeffrey.
We should give them Jeffrey's address so they can
You know
like order us
I should
pizzas
have
and
like,
stuff.
I should have
That's a
like
good
given
idea.
y'all all like a -7 on perception until you got a resolution judge.
We were rolling too many natural 20s on only perception checks, and I was so mad.
Technically doesn't do anything on a skill check, so.
It's dumb. Yes, you see your goal. It's far away.
So yeah, we'll come back with probably only maybe one additional episode based on current
It
timing.
could be 2, but it might be only 1.
Yeah, 2 might run a bit long today. We're trying to work our way down to 3 2-hour episodes per. Anyway, we'll work that out. We'll be back in 15-20 minutes with the next episode of Altered Egos.
What are you doing, Joe?
What he said.
See you guys.
Practice
Bye, guys.
bro.
Bye everyone. I'm off camera.